Greased lightning is the most potent symbol of fascism since the Iron Cross. Its imagery blends the worst of Italian and Germanic authoritarianism. The black shirts, the Roman salutes, the double lightning bolts. On the surface, the resentment against the greasers appears to be a construct of anti-Italian and Hispanic bigotry. But one must remember whose side Spain and Italy were on in the Second World War. Greece represents the black Jungian shadow of America. Be more thoughtful of this next time you shimmy and jive to your rockabilly Mussolini. Fuck Frankie Valli and fuck your greased lightning.
This podcast is esoteric. It's semiotic. It's theosophic. Why, it's the Benign Comedy. Episode 3.
Today, we'll be discussing John Travolta's 1978 magnum opus, Grease. I'm your host, the man on willpower. I'm Nick. We got Dante and Taylor back. We got a new guy. And everyone knows that women love a man in uniform. And so do I. So that's why we bought Travis.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Man, it's good to be out in the shed.
Yeah.
Very. I've been looking forward to this all week.
As have I. Where do we want to begin?
I'd like to. Well, I've got a bit of a reading that I'd like to do.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
But maybe we could save it for. We could save it for the scene where it's relevant.
Okay. I think where we should probably start is the absolute state of Taylor's tech setup. So
what's wrong with his tech setup?
well, Dante and I were talking about it. We were like, you bought a second house. You bought a second house before. You bought a second house before a decent computer.
That's what it is.
Well, Taylor, if it makes you feel any better, I'm on a Microsoft Surface right now.
Hit the oh god drop.
Oh God!
I don't know what to tell you guys. All right.
Yeah, that's you guys and your tech setup. Okay.
You said I'm. We're podcasters now. I think I need to get a Mac.
You got to get a Mac. They're so much better.
Yeah, I need to shop around because this thing, like I said, if I tried to join this call right when I booted this piece of shit up, I think it would have caught on fire.
Two houses.
Yeah, take out a home equity loan,
laptop?
Taylor.
This is the same laptop I've had since freshman year of college.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh God!
That's fucking.
So it's coming up on 10 years old.
Yeah.
Not to age you.
I can't actually turn it on without it being plugged into the wall because the battery no longer works on its own. Like I can't charge it. It needs to be like hardwired.
Needs to be hardwired.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm just doing one more paranoid check. Just everyone say one thing.
One thing.
Hello. One thing.
Hello. Two things.
Okay. Yeah, one thing, two thing. We're good. All right, 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. My worst nightmare is just I lose the footage. Okay. Yeah, so the stream's good, the Minecraft's good. All right, so we're all here. What could bring four boys together other than John Travolta? You know? When's the last time we all spoke together, you know? Probably Florida. Right.
Probably when we were watching Wild Hogs in 2016.
Well, let's get this discussion rolling. I think we should probably go with like overall impressions and then go into we normally do it scene by scene, Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You like that format? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to
I'd like to kick us off.
Well, let's try and I'm happy to let you kick it off. Let's try and keep it fairly we don't need to go too in depth here because we'll probably do a final analysis at the end. But let's just give our like initial thoughts, and if you want to share something, let's hear it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we wrapped up last week or 2 weeks ago with Urban Cowboy, and you know, after our discussion, I just felt really spooked. I felt really bad.
And Malik will do that too.
Yeah, I mean, the movie itself didn't make me feel good, and our discussion made me feel even worse about the vibe, the general vibe of the film. But Grease really felt like taking a nice shower. Like I just just like watching it aesthetically, the colors, the actors, the musical numbers. It's a great watch. I think it's a great watch.
I'm glad to hear that. I think that's I think you're right. I'll give my take next.
Not to cut you off, but I do feel like there's a good bit of I think this is kind of like a dead horse, but like movies, like a new modern movie is so like there's no color, you know.
Everything is gray or like CGI or bad.
Yeah,
like,
and like this just felt so vibrant and real.
Everything's real. There's no smartphones. There's no CGI. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all your initial thoughts?
Yeah, that's all my initial thoughts.
Yeah, I'll give my take next. I've watched this movie twice now. The first time I watched it, I guess I haven't watched too many musicals. But I think I've actually have liked most of the musicals I've watched, even though in my mind I think I don't like them.
Have you watched Cats?
Have watched what?
Cats.
No. Oh. No, I didn't. So I was watching the movie. I immediately liked it when it's like this bombastic like orchestral opening on the beach with John Travolta smiling. It made me happy. I was still making up my mind about this movie, and then the Greased Lightning song came on, and I was completely bought in. This is such a happy movie. I really like it. What about you, Travis and Dante?
Trav, go ahead.
You want me to?
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'd say Sandy and Danny were pretty great characters. I think I was pretty sold on them from the get-go. I think thematically they were playing with a lot of good stuff. I will say I think some of the other characters fell a little flat for me, but overall, yeah, the girls I would say felt a little one-dimensional, and all the rest of the gang seemed also a little one-dimensional. But like I said, I think what they lack, Danny and Sandy made up for me, and they kind of had me hooked the whole time. And yeah, I think the songs as well, they were all very good and catchy for the most part. So
we'll talk about the one you mentioned.
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, but no, I think overall I'd say generally pretty positive for me.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to give the dissenting opinion on this bench.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
So I watched this movie with my girlfriend, and I at certain points I needed her to like hold my eyelids open, like in A Clockwork Orange, just so that way I could make it through. I really disliked it. I mean, it's probably been like 10 years since I've seen it, because I mean,
did you watch it?
I remember watching it
going off of what you saw 10 years ago.
No. We watched it like, last week. But I hadn't seen or thought anything of Grease for like the past 10 years. I think like the fact that it's such a culturally profound movie and so widely beloved by so many people, I kind of had, good or higher hopes going into the movie, just given its track record. So I feel like that kind of set me up for failure because I it was tough. It was a rough
Here's a
watch.
question: Do you generally like musicals?
Do I
Or is it
generally
not the
like
musical
musicals?
format that bothers you? Is it
No,
like
the musical format does not bother me. It does not bother me, but many things in this movie bother me. I was very triggered.
I'm glad we have a dissenter. It'll make this discussion more interesting.
I'm something of a closeted musical enjoyer. I'm deeply closeted in terms of enjoying musicals.
That's
And I
what
got
was.
news for you. That means you're gay.
I think Tucker Carlson had something about musicals too.
Seems like it's making a lot of people gay.
Wow. Okay. Are there particular scenes? I'm trying to think of how to do this discussion. Are there certain scenes that triggered you, or is it just overall things? Because I feel like we should drill into this. It seems like it'll be a very interesting discussion.
I don't know. I don't think it's any scene that like pops out in my mind, but like seeing the movie poster that smolder from Travolta is like
Now I
it's
gotta ask:
making
Do you think
it's making me feel a certain way, and I don't like it.
Do you think part of this is you having the 2025 goggles on, knowing how John Travolta turns out?
Ooh, I would. Oh man, I would love to see a Grease remake. You know that honestly, with the many different language models we have today, we could probably recreate Olivia Newton-John in AI form, and like actually have like a 2025 reprisal of Grease.
with Ryan Gosling as the lead.
Oh, recast. So
Whoa.
wait. So Ryan Gosling and who? Margot Robbie as Sandy.
No, Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya.
Oh.
Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here.
Do you feel like you're maybe a little intimidated by John Travolta?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. You know what I think? You know what I think about? I think Tommy Bags can sum up what I think about John Travolta. But for purposes of not making this an NC-17 rated podcast, I won't play his thoughts.
Mm-hmm. I understand what Tommy Bags had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
but don't harp on me.
We'll go through some scenes.
You know?
I think. And Taylor, when did you want to? I forgot to pull up that graphic. Can you send it in the Discord maybe of the psychology thing?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Oh, it's like the.
Ante, do you have this Discord? Do you have this Discord on your phone?
I have. Yeah.
Because it's going to be annoying for me to get this from my phone to a Discord.
and yeah, it'll probably take like 20 minutes for your laptop to render the picture, right?
Yeah, so I'm just going to text it to you, Dante.
I might have.
All right.
I might have it on my thing. Let me try and find it.
Okay. Thank you. Give me
a
memento.
So, do you think we need that right now or not?
No, I think we can wait until we get to the pep rally scene.
The pep rally scene. Okay, that's an important scene. So yeah, I think we'll just go scene by scene, sort of, and see what we got. So I think the beginning is this like animated thing of
This was great.
You were a fan of this?
I did enjoy the cartoon.
Scene was before the beach scene was before that.
I don't know if the beach scene's on YouTube. Jamie, see if you can pull it up.
beach scene is pretty critical.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I will say, as an Italian American, I was deeply offended by the racial stereotyping and mockery of my heritage.
Yeah, I think the intro we played may have discussed that a bit.
Certainly.
Maybe we can get into that in a little. Was there a particular scene that hurt your heritage?
Nothing that nothing that comes to mind. That's
let's talk about this beach scene, right? So it begins with the two of them. Yeah.
Maybe I'm really dumb, but when I watched this, I thought that this beach scene was like in the future or something. I had no idea what was happening.
It's very like out of time.
Well, because I was like, wait, I thought the whole movie was about them getting together. Why are they already together? I was like, is this from the future? Then subsequent scenes made me realize I was dumb.
For whatever reason, I kept thinking that like Charlton Heston was gonna walk out of the water and like smack his hands on the beach and go, "Damn you!" And then it was gonna pan over to a crumbling Statue of Liberty, but maybe that's just the way that the scene is shot. Like it's like on a cliff edge beach. That I just thought it was like it just looks like it's straight out of Planet of the Apes. But
I've only seen the James Franco version. Yeah. So they're on a beach. I do think it's interesting that they're like already they're like already in love before the movie begins. What do you think's the significance of that? Like how would it differ if like they had met in the movie for the first time?
Well, I mean, Sandy would not have been thrown off by this like masculine persona that he was putting on in like the second or third scene when they meet again. Because in these scenes or in these clips, he's dressed like he's on summer vacation at Martha's Vineyard.
That's yeah. I think we talked about this in the last app with Urban Cowboy because we see John Travolta meet his love interest, and it makes the pacing kind of feel ridiculous. But here we just kind of jump in at the after they've already met, and there's clearly some history with them already, and I feel like that it just kind of like saves them an hour of exposition.
Yeah. I think it makes them feel like they're kind of like soulmates and are fated to be together, almost like they're in some like ethereal realm here, and then they go into society, which encourages them to be a certain way. What do you think of the American flags on the sandcastle here and John Travolta falling into it? What do you think of the symbolism there?
Oh
wow,
There's an esoteric.
So why is she Australian? What's up with that?
I want to get into a lot of her ethnic origins. I think she's Australian because Olivia Newton-John is actually Australian.
And she didn't want to act away the accent?
I don't think so. I think I read her more as like a wasp.
Yeah, well, that's like the vibes I'm getting from him here too.
You think he's? Yeah. You think he's?
I mean, look at that jacket.
Yeah, he's like they're like New Englanders or something. And she's even dressed more like less conservatively here than we see her in the later movies. It's like they're.
I was gonna say she's dressed very I guess very conservatively. Like she's in. It almost looks outdated in the context of the film, which is crazy.
Like a young Martha Bush.
Martha Bush. No, I think Olivia Newton-John is. I think she kind of does. No, I think Olivia Newton-John. I read her as like an actual British girl who's like a kind of. It's ironic because she is new to the school, and is you think of her as like an outsider, but she's really almost like a ghost of America's past, coming like back to realize like everything's been degenerated. Like she like instantly like integrates. She's like a cheerleader and everything and does everything proper. Like I think she's like this old spirit of America. That's like
that's a good
yeah.
that's a really good like analysis really astute analysis of it, because she does kind of like, once she gets to the high school, she kind of like looks at everybody with like disgust almost. Like they're all
She's
just like animals compared to her.
She's almost transported back into America like the Laura Palmer golden orb.
And everything's bad. We get this intro.
Wait, before we keep going, what did you think about the American flags on the beach? Because I honestly didn't notice that, so I was interested to hear.
Well, I mean, John Travolta's falling onto the American castle. I think the greasers, as was narrated in the intro, I think the greasers represent a threat to like the upstanding 1950s image. I think they like represent all the dark impulses of America, and they threaten to bring the whole thing down. I feel like that's what it's symbolizing. What do you think?
I like that.
I think I also picked up on in this. Oh, go ahead.
No. You go ahead. I was going to deviate from the American flag.
Well, I was just going to circle back to the beach scene. One more thing I noticed was that she's pretty repulsed by his sexual advances, even when he's in this like wasp state here, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I
don't know really what to make of it, but
Amy's got a good thing.
Well, it honestly sets her even further apart from the rest of these like other girls at school, because like they're all pretty open to sexual activity, it seems, except for her. She's like not having any part of it, even though she thinks she's like obsessed with Danny.
Plus, I think it's important to note that she's 16 years old here, and I think I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that like at the time of filming, Olivia Newton-John was like pushing 30 years old.
Yes, I think she was 31.
That's insane. Insanity.
That's just interesting to me that like in this persona he's putting on, and in the greaser one, both cases he's like pushing the sexual boundaries and objectifying her a little bit. Even though this is, you would think, the more real Danny here in this first scene, but he's still a little childish and being a little bit too forward.
Yeah, I think they both, we'll get to they definitely both learn to grow. She's also wearing white here because she hasn't integrated her shadow yet. Anyway.
Oh, dude, the whole movie, it's white. I was taking notes on that the whole time. It was nothing but white outfits the whole time.
Even in there's a lot of imagery, like color symbolism in this movie. Let's go. Do we have anything more to say on the beach sequence?
No.
Okay.
No, I think I got
let's go to the intro. So you get this like animated intro, which apparently, I guess you obviously don't get on the Broadway version. A lot of people like this. I kind of like that it's like all animated. Interesting. She's like blue-haired, blonde-eyed, blue dress. I know Travis, you famously once said, you really hate Frankie Valli. What'd you think of him here?
Well, I just remember hating Frankie Valli because that movie was so fucking stupid.
Which movie?
the one about the Four Seasons. I don't even remember what it was called.
Jersey Boys.
Yeah, Jersey Boys. I hated that movie.
Jamie, pull this. This movie is shit.
What? The whole time I just remember watching that movie and just thinking to myself, who the hell cares?
Watch this show, stupid.
This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good.
It was all about like Frankie Valli's like personal struggles of like having a high pitched voice and being objectified
Is it like a
as like a
biopic?
weird sex symbol. Yeah.
Oh, I hate biopics.
Like
That's the worst genre
the whole
ever.
movie's him like objectified as like a weird sex
who
symbol,
cares?
even though he's like 5 feet tall and high pitched voice. It's like I was like, why does anybody care about this?
Did this come out before or after the God, what was the other biopic? There's like a ton of biopics. I wasn't sure. One of them was commercially successful, and then they made like 1 million of them. And I wasn't sure if it was that one that came first or if it was.
I don't know.
Biopics are the worst genre.
You think they're a bunch of fucking morons?
Wow.
Like boys wake their hair wild and unkempt until they get the grease out, and the grease kind of fixes it.
Ooh.
In this intro,
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I was gonna.
It looks like Danny looks like just like a ball of fuzz, and then he throws the grease in. Yeah.
It's interesting that the grease. It's not that like their hair is naturally greasy. It's like something they put in.
Yeah, wait, Jamie. Maybe I missed it, but can you scrub back to like the freeze frame of John Travolta or Danny Zuko rather after he puts the grease in his hair, because his double filtrum is.
Is this in the animated part?
Yeah,
It's
animated.
earlier.
Jamie, you got it.
God.
Yeah, Jamie, keep going back.
Who was the animator? Because they really did Rizzo dirty.
Is this Danny?
Oh, yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
right
There it
here.
is. There it is.
Wow. Huh. It's just a ball of fuzz.
Yeah, let it play. Let it play from there. Because when you get like the unkempt
he
version
rubbing
of
around?
Travolta,
Whoa.
No, what is he? What's rutching around down there?
What's a lot of jerking off?
Thank you, Tucker. So he's
Hey,
like,
look at him.
I mean, he's like a.
He's wild. He's wild and unkempt. He's untamed.
He's what's that Muppets character that's like?
Oh, is it the animal?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
animal.
Jamie, pull up animal from Muppet.
he's a snuffleupagus.
It's actually Snuffleupagus. That was Mandela.
Snuffleupagus, really?
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Sorry, you were in the alternate timeline.
What did you say?
Yeah,
That
this
looks
is-
like Gritty.
Oh, it does look like Gritty.
Yeah. What do you get? What do you think? What do you think of the symbolism of that they need to put the grease in their hair?
I don't know. I mean, he's like waking up in the morning and putting on this like masculine
Mhm.
facade.
Here, get ready. It's coming
There he
in.
goes. Yeah.
It's coming in.
So it
Ooh.
looks really gross. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Oh.
I feel like you were just intimidated by his chiseled features.
I probably was. I won't deny that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
It's okay.
can't deny.
So we get this intro or whatever. I guess it's good because it's not a biopic, and then it's also kind of cool that they do the credits in here. Then I think what happens next?
I noted something in the credits. There is a Philip Jeffries credited at some point in the credits.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Just thought that was interesting.
Jeffries.
So they get trying to find the right. So they get to the school, and it's called like Rydell High. I think this is in like California or something, right?
It has to be in California.
I'm trying to. So they get there, and then I think she like meets the girls, and we get to meet his guy friends. I know. So
Pink
I know you had some
ladies
thoughts
and the
on these
T-birds.
characters. Yeah, the pink ladies and the T-birds.
I'd like to talk about the pink ladies for a bit.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
So when I was watching this the other night, I kind of had this thought, like, kind of seemed like a trope for there to be like three girls or three women in like a group. Like that just kind of seems like a something that happens almost like without, I don't know, just seemed really like a natural pair or natural like
is it 3?
group.
I thought it was 4.
No, there's a fourth girl, but she's not a pink lady.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, I looked into it. I wanted to see if there was some kind of like, you know, symbolism of just like three women in a group, or I keep wanting to call it like a coven, but I think that's a little sad.
Yeah.
So I found this pretty interesting. Like a kind of like a grouping of three like goddesses or feminine entities or like witches or whatever. It's symbolism so ancient they don't act like there's no actual record of when that like first appeared in ancient literature or yeah. And then like while I was researching it too, there was like a whole Substack article, and the title was "Why Do Three Women as a Team Group Feel So Natural?" Which I thought was just like super,
yeah,
because I had the same thought. Like it just feels like I've seen it a million times and it just feels natural. But there's one that I thought kind of fit the film pretty well, or fit like Pink Ladies. In like old pagan traditions, there's this like grouping of goddesses they call it the triple goddesses. And the three, they have like a million different names because I think paganism isn't as like structured. But it's generally there's the maiden, the mother. Oh, you have it up. Jamie has it up. The maiden, the mother, and the crone. And I think like each one of the Pink Ladies could be slotted into one of these.
Jamie, I think a good representation of this would be the ladies from Hocus Pocus. Maybe pull a picture of them.
Oh,
I was thinking that was exactly what I was thinking of when he was talking about that. They are roughly as beastly as.
I want to talk about
ladies.
that too. I want to get into that too. This is not some symbolism that resonated with me, but this is esoteric. This is good.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you like later today, just think about all the times you've seen three women presented in media as, I mean, I feel like this like format of like witches or whatever feels like, that's probably the easiest thing to think of. But then there's a whole other world of like the symbolism of three, which I don't know if you guys want to get some words in, so I don't need to. What is this?
Rise of the Pink Ladies?
What the hell is this?
I don't know. Do you think the three? Yeah. This is a good point. Do you think the three, and at least in the pagan tradition, do they represent like it says the maiden, the mother, and the crone? It sounds like these represent the three stages of life of a woman.
Yeah, there's like maiden is like fertility and bringing new life. Mother is like the caretaker, and the crone is like feminine wisdom and understanding.
Yeah, and I feel like they're all. Travis, did you say they're beastly?
My first impression, especially what's the one's name? The one in the middle,
Riz.
Gets pregnant.
Riz, the Rizzler.
The original
Especially
Rizzler.
with Riz, especially with Riz. That was my like. They came on screen and they started talking. And I was like, God, they are beastly.
No, I was really repulsed by the one that keeps like eating.
Doesn't the one do like the beaver thing?
Yeah, they're like scarfing down food the whole.
Well, no, she's like next to the TV, like imitating a bever or something.
Yeah, no, it's
Also-
I made a note of that. It's the Ipana toothpaste commercial.
Also, Riz just looks like Sonny in a pink jacket. Who my
Who's
second
Sonny?
impression of the movie? Look up Sonny, a picture of him.
From this movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
because my first impression of this movie was that they were beastly. My second was that Sonny looks like he's 45 years old.
Yeah.
That guy.
This guy looks like yeah, he looks like he's 40.
And if he put a pink jacket on, he would look like Riz.
Jamie.
What's going on, big guy?
Speaking of Riz, I couldn't escape it while I was watching the movie. The only other character named Rizzo that I could think of was Rizzo the rat from the Muppets. And that just was kind of like stuck in my head the whole time.
Rizzo the rat. I remember this guy. Jamie, pull up Rizzo the rat.
Ooh.
Hell
Jamie,
yeah.
pull up Frank. You guys know Frank Rizzo though?
Yeah, isn't he a
Statue got
congressman
taken
or-
down.
Oh.
Wonder why it got taken down. He was I forget what he was. He was like some political figure. He was deemed controversial. Anyway, yeah. So I feel like that these girls are all like they're not graceful. They're just they seem. I think going back to my point about this being like Olivia Newton-John being a ghost from like old America, like I feel like these girls are emblematic of just how far like America's degenerated. Like they're just like they're crass, they're kind of beastly, they're crude, there's nothing graceful about them. They kind of serve and I feel about this similar to Travolta's friends, that I feel like their purpose is maybe as contrast to make like Danny and Sandy look more like beautiful and special.
Yeah, and it is interesting how rugged they are, yet they wrap themselves in holy garments.
Mm-hmm. They also have their names sewed onto their shirts. What do you make of that?
I did some research on like if that was like a kind of a common thing in the 50s, like a group of guys with like a gang name and like girls with like bowler jackets or something, like as like a group. I couldn't really find anything. So maybe it was just like I don't know, maybe it's more like a caricature of the culture than the actual an actual representation of it. But I thought it was I definitely thought it was interesting. I think when we think back on the culture of the 50s and like the groups that they
I continue.
Oh, the groups that they like represent, like we have all these like names for like the greasers and the jocks and the preppy kids and all that from media. So I don't know, we don't have that now. I'm not sure if we had that in the
I'm reading a biography of Betty Rizzo on the Grease Wiki. Listen to this. Betty is one of 6 children, having 4 sisters and an older brother. Her father left when she was 8, and the kids were raised by their divorced single mother who owned a delicatessen.
That's not. Wait, what?
What? How is that? How is that information?
I don't know where that comes from, but
is
it's
that
on the
lore?
Grease Wiki.
Grease
I
lore.
don't know.
The Grease Cimmerillion.
Yeah,
There's a sequel to this movie. Maybe the sequel does like a bunch of backstory.
Like a flashback.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to y'all's point, like, yeah, like one of 6 kids raised by their mom who owned a delicatessen. Like, that's got to be tough and nasty.
Yeah. A lot of implications, but that's true.
With a name like Rizzo, it's bound to be nasty.
Nice. Yeah, these girls. I was also thinking a bit. We don't need to go too much into this, but like, I'm less sure of how the social hierarchy among women works, because it's very defined that in the men you have like the jocks, the nerd like Eugene, and the greasers, who are sort of like I think the jocks are like the alpha, Eugene's the beta, and the greasers are the sigmas. But I don't know what
I wanted to talk about that, but yeah, keep going.
I don't know where to piece these girls in. You can, if you want to talk about the other part too. Yeah, you feel free.
Yeah, like were they the popular girls? Because it kind of seemed like the cheerleaders
Mm-hmm.
were like the popular girls. Because the one cheerleader was coming up to Riz and talking about like student council and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They like don't really fit into that.
I just don't know how it works with women.
Hmm.
Think
Are there alpha women?
I think if you kind of translate the hierarchy for men, you can probably piece together their general standing. Like the fact that the pink ladies are kind of like Rizzo's with Kaneki, that kind of thing. They're kind of, I feel like they're outside of the social structure for
So maybe
women. They're kind of just like outcasted.
They're like the female Sigma. I think maybe like that head student council girl is, or like the cheerleaders are alpha, or maybe she's like the beta and the cheerleaders are alpha. I don't know.
I mean, she's
I
just
think
like
that this is a
the feminine mirror nerd to Eugene or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this is a group of outcasts who they're wearing these matching jackets and sticking together.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And they have strength in that, but I think that they're all outcasts.
That's kind of the point that I was trying to get to earlier. Like they're almost like loud and proud about the fact that they have community, because that's like, otherwise what else is there?
Yeah, I
to
mean,
them?
it's kind of like a group of high schoolers who all wear Hawaiian t-shirts and go play bridge in their chemistry teacher's classroom during lunch.
Which would make you think that I would have like some sort of affinity for them, but I find them beastly.
Girls or the boys or both?
Both.
Okay.
I found myself particularly disgusted with the boys at the night at Frosty's, which comes later on.
It was really that was disgusting. Let's get through some of this movie. Okay, so we get this first song. It's called "Tell Me More." I can't describe the feeling I had when I first heard John Travolta sing. I didn't realize he could sing. I didn't realize this was a musical.
Did they auto-tune his voice?
Maybe. I don't know. Do you think
I
they
think
did?
it's just the studio. It's just like a nice studio upscaled version.
There's no way they had auto-tune in that.
I mean, in Grease Lightning, he sounds like Elvis, but he doesn't in this song.
Yeah.
Maybe he has
he's
range.
a Broadway stud.
No, he definitely has range, because his real voice. Dante and I were talking about this because we were doing impressions of John Travolta, and his was really low and mine was really high. Like in Welcome Back, Kotter, he has he puts on a really deep voice, but if you ever watch him in an interview, he's like pretty high pitched.
I think he's pretty high pitched in Urban Cowboy too.
Yeah.
Why was Riz so anti-Sandy during this whole recounting in this song?
I mean, I feel like it's just like she's disgusted by the fact that somebody has like a non-sexual connection.
It's jealousy, right?
Yeah, it's
that all it is?
Yeah. I mean, if you go back, Jamie, if you go back to that clip or the part of the song where they're sitting at the lunch table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's also due to the fact that Riz is excluded from any of that summer loving because no guy is gonna Riz her up.
They like
because she looks like a she looks like a truck driver.
She looks like Sunny.
Yeah.
Well, look at the visual contrast here. Like she's Sandy's in white, Rizzo's in black and kind of like disgusted. And I think there's two ways to look at it. There's like the envy, like we just said, and then there's the kind of to go back to that like triple goddess, like one being wisdom and understanding. Like she's been there, like she's it's kind of implied that she's like been with other guys and they've kind of thrown her to the side. So there's kind of just like this, like you don't really know what's coming. Like you don't have the knowledge that I do about what happens after the summer loving.
Yeah, they're the three
Yeah,
witches from Macbeth.
Almost the sense that like she has the wisdom, but the wisdom didn't necessarily make her happier. Made her bitter.
I feel like she's just the complete opposite of Sandy. Like Sandy's very like sexually repressed and proper, and she needs to learn to like integrate that other part of her. But like I think Rizzo's shadow would be like that like upstanding, like loving side of her that she needs to like. Arguable if she does ever integrate that or not. But she's just like have you ever seen the memes of those dog like a dog looking at a wolf being like my ancestor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Of Murphy looking at a werewolf.
So yeah, they're singing. What did we think about this song? My take is I think I liked it, but I found the girls' backing vocals to be kind of grating. What do you guys think?
Well, something else that I thought was interesting about this song is they both present two different stories about how they met.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly I loved that. This is where back to how I was like confused about what was going on in the beach scene. It all started coming together, like what this movie was going to be about in like this moment.
Yeah, I think Danny
thought it was
says
really
like
funny. Yeah,
Danny says he saves her, and then I think I don't remember what Sandy says, but it's much more like wholesome.
Yes, well, Sandy's making it out like it's this like lovey-dovey star-crossed lovers thing, and Danny's just talking about like how he's getting laid.
Yeah, there's so many,
He's like
so many
thrusting
double
during the
entendres.
But Sandy does have a double entendre.
Yeah, because
she says he got me so.
Yeah, she does. But he's like he's aggressively lewd the whole time just to get the boys riled up.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it kind of gross how they like talk about this with their friends. Like I just don't. I feel
it's
like
holding my hand.
Nick, it's just like Bobby's car.
Bobby's car. Oh,
just
God.
like Bobby's car.
Yeah, they're all together, right? In that.
Look, they're like barking.
Yeah, I know. They look so like worked up.
They're hound dogs. Girls are more subtle hound dogs, but hound dogs nonetheless. Trevor, are you familiar with our review of Saturday Night Fever?
Not especially.
Okay, that's fine. The highlights are just there's like a really gross car that they all have sex in that movie.
The F Shack.
There's like a scene where his friends are having sex.
Wait, why is Sonny sitting back there? Is that Sonny? Go back like 5 seconds.
I don't think that's Sonny. I think that's just.
Why is there just why is there one dude sitting back?
He has like a towel on his lap. What?
Yeah, what's going on?
Tucker, what's going on there?
Is that the?
Why is he covering his crotch with a towel?
Is that the physical? Is that the physical representation of the girl's animus over there?
Taylor, I think you're right. We'll get into the animus later in the anima.
I might have mixed them up. I took
animus
notes, but I don't.
You're right. Animus is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the man in every woman.
A lot of people daily.
Why is he just sitting back there like the thinking man statue?
He represents.
Look, there's nobody else in this whole area, and he's just sitting.
Taylor's right. He's probably not even there. He's their psychological projection of their animus, because they're singing about a man. They're willing an image of a man into existence.
Okay, so doesn't the animus evolves, right? There's like the four. Am I thinking of something else?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that's
you're in the right vein, Taylor.
Yeah, the animus. There's 4 parallel levels of animus development in a woman. There's the man of mere physical power, the man of action and romance, the professor, and then the spiritual guide.
Is he the spiritual guide? The guy on the.
I feel like you hit on it, Trav. He looked like he was like the thinker. I feel like he'd be like.
I mean, he's in the thinking man's pose. I don't know if you can see it here, but Jamie has it up.
You guys think that this whole reality that they live in is fake? Because I question the reality of a world where suddenly women are having like visions of angels and like flying off on cars.
We'll get into that later, but I think some people theorize that this whole movie is like a near-death experience from Sandy, that like she actually drowned at the beach, and this is like her like resolving all of her psychological like trauma
Like that.
in order to she's like a ghost that has to resolve all her
She's in
her shadow.
purgatory.
Yeah, she's in purgatory and has to like integrate her shadow to pass to heaven.
Whoa.
I think that's probably the right reading, because cars definitely can't fly, and it's the only supernatural thing in the movie.
You think? I mean, yeah. You think about somebody making a movie, right? Like somebody made the conscious decision to be like, it's gonna be all women sitting there, and then there's gonna be one man off on that other bench just sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no accidents in movies. Like we were talking about this last week with like Urban Cowboy, because like there's this like symbol of the bull in that movie that's like, you could argue it's maybe an accident, but like we were just pulling up so many references throughout history of the symbol of the bull. Like everything just comes out of the unconscious, and there's no accidents. I also want to talk about this. What do you guys think about this? The third stage of the animus is called the word. And in the intro song, the song is Grease is the word.
That's really interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really gets the noggin jogging.
I think these do kind of map to the movie, because like, yeah, you do have Travolta's physical power and like romance, but then like Grease, maybe, yeah, I guess it becomes the word personified, like it's its own like entity. And then maybe the spiritual meaning is like their ascension at the end. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hack Broadway show. Anyway. Yeah. Also, I just want to say before like we go on too far, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. She's just like, I didn't know about this person, but she's just like such an amazing talent.
She died. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
she
that.
died a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we get John Travolta still to make.
Yeah, there's a lot of women in John Travolta's orbit who have
Well,
had untimely demises.
John Travolta's personal life mirrors his cinematic downfall that we'll get to. It's actually really it's tragic. Okay, what's the next thing in the movie?
Wait, I want to talk about the T-birds.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't mention the T-birds.
So once I did my digging around on the pink ladies and the symbolism of three women, I thought, I didn't quite have the same connection with the T-birds, but I did think they have an interesting group dynamic, so I looked into it a bit more. I did think the group dynamic was odd. It's unique. I can't think of another film that has like, or film or story that has like almost like three stooges and then like two group leaders. Like Danny and Kinnicky are kind of like both.
Yeah, I feel like Conway's awesome.
What was that?
Like his name's Kinnicky Conway, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was like a weird. There's never like a jostling for power between them. They're kind of just like even throughout. And then I found this pretty interesting. Where is it in my notes?
Do we have the drop? I don't know. I'm thinking of him being like, John Travolta needs me.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't.
Anyway, so this is interesting. It's from like Buddhism. After Buddha becomes enlightened, he converts 5 men to Buddhism. And then throughout that like literary tradition, generally there's when 5 men are presented, like a group of men, it's usually in 5 if it's like some kind of like, theological writing or anything. It like broadly kind of symbolizes men searching for meaning or searching for like their masculinity or something.
Whoa. It also represents a burger shop.
I also just googled T-bird, and what came up was the term T-bird refers to a mythical creature in Native American mythology, often depicted as a huge eagle-like bird capable of producing Thunder, lightning, and rain.
That
That's
is
actually kind of
interesting.
sick.
There's a lot of lightning
Greased
symbolism.
lightning.
There is, yeah, I know. Well, that's what I was thinking.
Let's
yeah.
save it for Grease Lightning because that intro was not actually really a joke. I
Well,
think
keep that in the back of your head about the T-bird though when we get to
well,
that.
think about the. I don't know if I can. I'll cut it out of the video if it's not allowed. I'm showing it.
Oh,
Is T short for Thunderbird?
oh yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm pulling up one image I'm thinking of that reminds me of a bird.
Dear God.
There's a lot of this type of symbolism around Grease Lightning. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. What happens next in the movie? Let me check my notes. Unless you guys know what the next song.
Spirit Night.
What?
Pagan fire rituals.
That was so weird.
Wait, Nick, I have another connection to our European comrades that you've been mentioning.
Yeah. Don't invoke them by name in case
I won't. But when we get to the scene, I'll make sure to touch upon.
There's a lot. That is like a. Maybe we'll take a. Let's talk a little. Maybe we'll take a break in 10 minutes and then we can go into that.
But yeah, I think the next scene is when they go to the, what is it, like a homecoming or something?
Oh yeah, they go to a fire or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like a pep rally.
Yeah, Grease, Rally, Sandy. Yeah, she meets Danny.
It's like Spirit Night.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure. So
you went to high school, didn't you?
What Spirit, dude? I didn't do any.
It's like before the big football game. You go and everybody like dances around.
I was like Eugene. I didn't go to that shit.
How did she become a cheerleader? Like
in
so
one
quickly?
scene transition.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like time passes like more than. But she meets Danny. Oh, what?
It's like they got married. They got married after
like,
fighting.
Oh man, the boys think I'm gay. I gotta dial it back. Yeah, it's cool, baby. It's cool. Whatever.
Well, I think this is like the indicative where I was starting to think about like the Jungian analysis because he says here he says maybe there's two of me. Maybe there's two of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's referring to himself and his shadow.
Later.
Barbarino, you're bad.
Later in the movie at Frosty Palace, I wrote this down. He says, "Night of the bonfire, that was me, but it wasn't me," is what he says.
He actually has a similar. Maybe this is a meta. Maybe we'll have to save this for the final episode, but this might be a meta analysis of Travolta because he has an exact same scene in the movie Staying Alive. He goes and revisits his mom. He's like, "Hey, Ma, I was a bad kid back then, but it wasn't me. It was me, but it wasn't me."
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
There's another line. I think it's shortly after this scene that I think makes for some interesting like Jungian analysis. I think I forget the names of the pink ladies. The one with the orange hair, Frenchie. She says to Sandy, like to try to comfort her, she's like, the only man a girl can depend on is her daddy.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that line
That's more
too.
Freudian, I think, or Oedipal maybe.
No, wasn't that part of the anima and animus development, like their relationship with their dad?
No, you're right.
It was in the primer.
Because because Freud says stuff about like the mother a lot, but no, the animus is like the experience a woman has with her father like determines her animus, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think Sandy's father was like?
Well, he picked him up from Australia and moved him to this godforsaken place in California. So, real dirtbag.
I'm picturing like your local. I'm picturing like a guy who worked at like Ocean City Home Bank.
I'm picturing the Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, really? I'm picturing the most bland guy who wears like a cashmere jacket to dinner and like smokes a cigar afterwards.
Have you guys ever seen Rick and Morty Bushwhackers?
Yeah.
I think so.
This is like a one episode thing. They did Rick and Morty in Australia. It's like one of the only Rick and Morty things I still find funny. He's like, Morty, we got to Bendigar.
Oh wait, I do remember that. Yeah.
Just one little sack, Morty, could save your life.
Yeah, that's pretty
I do
funny.
remember that.
Yeah, also Taylor, I'm seeing 4 pink ladies, so you might need to revise your theory.
Yeah, I noticed that when you had it up. I didn't really think that the third one was a
often
true
see
pink
just
lady,
3
but she
though,
has
I
the
think.
jacket on.
I don't know. It's close enough to the symbolism. It's close enough.
Something else about this like pep rally scene that I wanted to talk about. The speech that the coach gives is like really violent and like
I don't want
almost
to.
Taylor, I think I have something to tie this all together. So, for those of you who've seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, there's a very poignant scene when Indiana Jones has to go to Germany to retrieve his father's journal, and there's a big old book burning going on.
I was going to
and
bring this up. Yeah.
this scene, that's all I could think about while I was watching the scene, and then the coach's speech just like solidified it for me.
Well, I wrote down why all the flames and ritual? Question mark.
Not only is there flames, they're like dancing around them in a circle, and the coach is like,
Too far in a few places.
There's a
coach
lot
is like,
of
we're gonna kill him, we're gonna beat him, and then we're gonna rip him to shreds.
What is
The whole community is relying on the coach. The principal says it. She's like, we're all relying on him to like lead us to a great victory.
There's a lot of symbolism to our European counterparts. Maybe this movie all represents Britain's subconscious dealing with the 1940s and how it can integrate that into itself and move forward.
Well, wait, that's another point I wanted to make is about how much the T-Birds just suck so much. Like they were born at a point in time where they were too young for World War II and Korea. And
you know what they are?
By the time Vietnam came around, they were way too old
They are
to
the
go to
generation.
Vietnam. So what does that make them?
Well, they're the generation. No, they're not boomers. They're not boomers.
Well,
they're the generation that birthed the boomers.
Oh,
They're even worse.
yeah, I guess because if we're in the 50s, yeah, they must have been born in the very late 30s.
Let me go back to Greece. Let me go back to Greece Wiki and find out what year it is.
This is in the 50s.
Yeah, but like what exact year?
Yeah, if it's late 50s, they could be boomers.
They're not
58 to 59 school year at Rydell High.
50. Oh, could they be?
Which means, well, they were born. That would make them born in 43 if they're like 16.
They missed it by a couple years.
But wouldn't their kids be boomers though too if they had a kid like a few years after this?
No.
Well, not Kaneki and Rizzo's kid. He didn't make it out the womb.
Ah, geez.
Yeah, wait.
Dude.
Was it a close
64.
call, or did Rizzo do something about it?
Oh, we'll get to that.
I don't know.
64. No, their kids would be boomers.
Yeah, you're right, Nick.
This isn't. Yeah, these are like the progenitor of the boomer, right?
Damn.
I
See,
feel like
we
these
give
are
so
like
much.
early boomers.
Yeah, we give so much flack to the boomers, we forget about who made the boomers, and well, frankly, they were too busy defeating fascism.
What if?
So
Wait,
I
if
think
you
we get a pass.
if you were born in 46 and then had a child at 18, would you and your child be boomers?
Yeah, it'd have
That's
to
crazy.
be. It'd have to be a 46 or giving birth to a 64.
Imagine Thanksgiving at that house. Imagine being the grandkids at that house at Thanksgiving.
Double boomer.
Like a house full of boomers.
Double boom. I give that 2 big booms.
Oh yeah, too big boom. Let's maybe let's talk about this sleepover and then take a break. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or is there anything else on what
the song in this sleepover scene, I thought was really interesting, and I thought it tells a lot about Rizzo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrote sang in a beastly tone.
Can you pull up the lyrics actually, Nick? Because I wrote a couple of them down, but I wanted.
Wait, Jamie has it up.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. Also, Stockard. What kind of name is Stockard?
I don't know, dude. I got the lyric. Jamie's got the lyrics up though.
So I thought it was interesting. So it's clear that Rizzo is kind of mocking Sandy here, saying I'm lousy with virginity. That's the lyric that I wrote down because I was like, whoa, that's a crazy thing to say.
She's even an ear. Her ears are even virgin.
I just think it's crazy that she's like saying this in like a mocking tone, like, oh, you won't you won't sleep with somebody until you're married. Like, that's like saying lousy with virginity is just such a crazy line.
Yeah, Rizzo's ghastly.
Yeah.
What do you think of it, Travis? Other than beastly.
Yeah, I was just wondering like why it, because Riz, obviously Riz is leading the charge here, but all the girls are kind of eating it up, and I was just wondering why like Sandy kind of threatens all of them.
Well, yeah, she's like the least grotesque of all of them. I think all of them have something that they're each one of them has something different that they're jealous about. I think Rizzo is jealous of the purity and the virginity. Mm-hmm. I think Frenchie is jealous of the fact that like Sandy's like a cheerleader, because I think Frenchie seems like she can't do anything. We can get to that when we get to Beauty School Dropout, but
she's competent. Yeah,
she's competent.
The other girl has like 30 military boyfriends that she isn't actually with any of them and is yearning for love.
Yeah.
And Sandy.
Yeah. And then there's like
she had a great love the previous summer.
Yeah, and then like the beaver lady is like probably just jealous of her that she's not like a hog. I don't know, that she like can stop eating or something.
Oh, the beaver lady. Yeah, I got the beaver. Jamie's got the beaver lady up.
Oh.
people. There's a lot of like, self-help advice or whatever. That's really true. That like people are just jackals, and whenever you succeed and are doing well, people will just try and drag you down into hell, because it makes them, they don't like to see someone do better than them. And yeah,
it's very much like the pink ladies are like looking at their shadow when they look at Sandy.
She also mocks her blonde hair.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing about the song. So like in the song, she mentions 3 different men. One of them being Elvis, but the other 2, Rock Hudson and Troy Donahue, are famously known as being like closeted gay men. And I think Rock Hudson even died of AIDS, I'm fairly certain. And
Elvis also died pretty young too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But and Elvis was also kind of a little bit of a pedophile when it came to his betrothed.
I'm not too familiar with this, but yeah, Elvis is a complicated. He's sort of like the Elvis is like the spiritual leader of the Greasers, right?
Yeah, in many ways. But I just thought that was interesting that in the song, like out of all the different male sex symbols of the time, like they chose 2 that were closeted gays.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what that says. It's just something that I those names stuck out to me, and I looked them up.
Something else that I thought of while like once I got to the end of this movie and now seeing this, I feel like this is the only time where you kind of view the pink ladies as like girls and not they're not like presented as women. because they're like having like a little sleepover and they're having fun and they're like playing with wigs and whatnot. Like, I feel like this is the only time where they're not presented as
Well, they're
like adults.
smoking and drinking liquor though as well.
That's true. That's true.
But it is
Guess
no.
there's a
Very
show called
beastly
Grease:
activities.
Rise of the Pink Ladies on Paramount Plus.
That sounds so cursed.
That sounds like the worst shit ever.
Aired from April 6th to June 1st, 2023 on Paramount Plus. The series was canceled later that month, removed from Paramount Plus. So you can't even watch it anymore.
No one wants to watch that. That's like the Bene Gesserit show. Yeah, look at these jackals mocking Golden Sandy. It's just her name is even well, her name is also Sandy too. It's like sand is golden, and you know. Yeah, I didn't felt kind of bad for Sandy here.
I did as well.
She gets some exposure to the depraved lifestyle of an American high schooler in the 50s and immediately gets ill.
There is an old Aramaic proverb, Gevara dakel Rav, Rav hu. It means the man who eats big is big. And how could it be any other way? You see, you are what you eat. Therefore, if you eat big, you will be big. Dr. King dreamt of a world where man could be judged not by the color of his skin, but the content of his character. My vision is more nuanced, you understand? I dream of man judged not by the contents on his plate, but by the quantity. Whether it's greasy fried fritters or all manner of tasty critters, the specific dish is of no consequence, and I'll tell you why. What matters is only that you pile it high. You see, there is no pleasure greater than to watch a big man eat, to watch the crumbs of crumpets as they fall upon the big man's feet. And why shouldn't he take food from the little man's plate? Surely his palate restricts his stomach's fate. Down his gullet, the big man shovels and guzzles grub. And if he reaches a hand your plate's way, to him do not snub. For the big man is God's greatest gift, and I'll tell you why. This is the simple truth of life. Eat big. Live hard. Die.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Do you guys have enemies?
Yes.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't? And that's why I'm really excited to talk about our sponsor for this episode, Lockheed Martin. They sent us each some Hellfire missiles. Did you guys get yours already?
I did.
Great. I mean, I've tried a lot of things before. I've tried hitmen. I've tried genetically engineered diseases. But if you want the job done right, you really got to go with a missile, precision targeted missile that shoots blades out once it makes landfall. I thought the missile they sent out to us was really, just timely. I was driving home from work the other day and some guy cut me off. So I wrote down his license plate, found his address, and, I did the road of service. I did the road of service that day. So yeah, to our listeners, if you want to go to their website and use code SHED, make sure you use the code. You'll get a 10% discount on Hellfire missiles. They're great guys over there. Thanks to the fellas over at Lockheed.
Beautiful. And their stock's doing pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
We love our sponsors, and it looks like this is a real missile. This is beautiful.
Yeah, they
43,000 direct and indirect jobs at their F-35 plant in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, they're a great employer of Americans, all around. Great company.
Well, there you have it. Listeners, go to Lockheed Martin and subscribe to our Patreon. Cool. All right. Now, what we're about to get into is going to be very juicy. It might get heated. You might get a hot and bothered by grease lightning. That's okay. So I think first we get the "Hopelessly Devoted to You" song, right?
Yeah,
we
that's
we
right
have to do
after
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. She's wearing white yet again.
She's wearing white. She's like, yeah, I guess it represents her virginity. What were our thoughts of this song?
I think if you pull the song off of the pull the song out of the movie, don't really like if you actually think about it as a song or like a not a song in Greece, I actually think it's really lovely. It's a beautiful song.
I'm a little
I
confused
agree.
why she likes Danny so much.
Yep.
Like
That
I couldn't help but laugh
voice.
when she like has like some at some point in the song she has like a vision of Beta Wasp Danny at the beach, and I like couldn't help but laugh. I was like, you got to get over this guy.
Well, yeah, can you scrub
I
to
thought
the
the
end, Nick?
vision-
'Cause he shows up in a kiddie pool, like this, where she's seeing him. It's in the reflection of a kiddie pool.
Oh
Yeah,
there you go.
I thought that was interesting. It's like the last time she sees the version of him, this like idealized version, is at the beach, and then she sees him again in water.
Here, Dante, hit the give the boy some room. He's taking over.
Look out, give the kid some room. He's taking over again.
All right. So in this scene, well, Jordan Peterson says that what woman's hero's journey is to tame a beastly man. Like man's hero's journey is to like grow himself and conquer evil. Woman's hero's journey is to tame a wild man. Like that's what the beauty and the beast.
Did she know he was wild when they were at the beach?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But
she was revolted by him in the last scene when he like showed his true colors.
But
so does this make him better in her eyes now that he got this?
No, she's looking at like she's looking at her own reflection and seeing the animus. Like this is the
That's
idealized
right there.
Yeah, this is the idealized Travolta.
Ocean City home bank mortgage broker.
Well, her journey is to like turn Travolta into that.
Yeah.
Like that's. What do you think about the kiddie pool though? Like this could have been anything.
Pool, I just thought it was. I thought it was so stupid.
To be fair, maybe they just were like, we want her to see the reflection of water. How are we going to cheaply get water on set? Oh, we'll just do a kiddie pool.
It could have been, it could have been a bird bath. It could have been a puddle. It could have been like a wheelbarrow full of water, but a fucking kiddie pool. Like,
well, maybe it represents how childlike and naive she still is.
Perhaps she still is lousy with that virginity.
She's still looking for answers in this like well of youth.
Maybe. I don't know. It does look really goofy out here though by itself.
Wait, what are the patterns on it?
It's hard to tell, but it's hard to tell.
Computer enhance.
Data
enhanced.
It honestly looks like the animator who did the opening scene made the pattern for that kiddie pool.
Mm-hmm. I think
maybe AI knows the answer.
AI. Oh, brother, we might have to use Edge AI.
I'm using Bing AI.
Oh, brother.
But I said, what are the patterns on Sandra D's kiddie pool? And the answer that Bing AI came up with was, after another week of 100-degree weather, I wanted to make a kiddie pool for my son to splash in. A friend suggested using scrap PVC and a tarp left over from a Burning Man project.
Can someone pull up
you guys? All right.
Can someone get
That's so
ChatGPT?
wrong.
Can we get ChatGPT? Someone. I don't want to show mine. I don't want to show Jamie's on the screen.
Yeah, I'll give it a quick.
While you do that, I also wanted to like mention that I think in the prep material they talk about like when a woman struggles with the animus, it sort of like takes over her whole being and becomes one all-encompassing thought, like he'll never love me or something. I feel like that's what this is. And
I do think that that's a consistent, like, I think the next few scenes it comes out like she ends up getting with some guy on the football team or something, and then she can't help but like focus on Danny whenever he comes around.
And yeah, do we have the chat GPT symbolism yet? Dante?
It's computing. Yeah, well, okay, so in terms of symbolism, it says it's vulnerability. Sandy is immersed in her emotions, literally surrounded by water in a tiny confined space. Using a kiddie pool evokes innocence and helplessness, contrasting with the more sexualized, rebellious world of the other students.
It does sort of contrast with the ocean too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
I misread it.
Maybe this.
I misread
the kiddie
this
pool
one line,
is like.
and it says.
wait, one at a time.
All right, go ahead, Dante.
I was just gonna say I misread one of the lines. ChatGPT spat at me, and I read it as "she's small and shallow."
What is it supposed to be?
The kiddie pool is small and shallow.
Oh.
Maybe this kiddie pool is her purgatory subconscious reminding her that she drowned.
Holy
shit.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's semiotic as hell, dude.
That's what it is.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And I'm liking this theory more and more.
I think
Yeah, wow. That definitely gives it some beef.
we can talk maybe about this at the end. Yeah. Well, is there anything else? Also, I want to say Hopelessly Devoted to You was actually added like after the movie and was like the only like nomination it got. So it was a big
rightfully
like
so.
a good song.
It was, yeah.
Her performance was really great.
I did want to talk about this a little bit. It's kind of unrelated to the film as a whole, but in my old age, I found myself,
You're an uncle now.
I'm an unk. Since becoming an unk, I found it much more easy to be moved to the point of tears by music. And this song, I gotta say, it got me a little emotional.
Do you get goosebumps? Do you get goosebumps ever when listening to music?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found this song very, very beautiful. I think Olivia Newton-John's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like such an intensity with how she sings. And she's singing, I like that the lyrics are like, they're very like timeless because she like recognizes, I think the opening lyrics are like, I guess mine's not the first heartbroken or like eyes to cry.
Yeah.
I find that like very, very touching that she's like recognizing she's part of something greater. And anything else to say on that before we get into
let's get in.
The main.
Did we already get past the scorpions being introduced?
Oh, we can. I forget, but we can talk about them if we want now.
Yeah, well, I actually think it kind of happens concurrently with that scene because the T-Birds show up to Frenchie's house and Kaneki picks up Rizzo and they go to Make Out Point where they have their first encounter with the scorpion who's so lovingly referred to as Crater Face.
Well, I'd like to, just before we get into Grease Lightning, I'd like to do a quick reading.
Psalms 23:13.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask for the Bible verse so we can read along, Taylor.
All right. Scorpions could be here, he thought. I've never been in this neighborhood before. There could be scorpions anywhere. The cool wind felt good against his bare chest. I hate scorpions, he thought. Grease reverberated his entire car. making it pulsate even as the 50-cent Molson Coors circulated through his powerful, thick veins and washed away his merited fear of scorpions after dark. With a car, you can go anywhere you want, he said to himself out loud.
Absolute cinema.
That is all.
Brilliant.
Oh my god.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to pull up the original, but that
the original doesn't exist.
it was memory hold. Also, I feel like your gain is maybe a little high on your mic, Taylor. I don't know if it's coming up in the recording, but it's like I don't know if you can adjust it like a little, or just turn yourself down like 5%.
Yeah, I just turned myself down a hair.
Anyway, or maybe just talk further away from the mic. But no, it sounds pretty good overall. I'm just like nitpicking. But yeah, that's a very important quotation. Yeah. So I think there's no better contrast between the soul of woman and man than the fact that, like, after this tumultuous sort of breakup, Sandy is obsessed with Travolta and how she's hopelessly devoted to him and seeing his image. And John Travolta is singing about how much he loves his car.
It's almost like the inverse of that scene from Urban Cowboy where Bud is like fighting for his life and dangling off the oil rig, and
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? It's like the flip for that.
And
because he's
riding the bull.
You're right. Well,
they're envisioning the car as a symbol or vessel for their masculinity and some sort of tribal bond.
It's true. Also, this was what do you think about this? This song in the musical is actually sung by Kaneki.
Really?
Conway.
Oh, the guy.
Mickey Conway. Yeah. John Travolta.
That's what I was gonna say. He sounds like Elvis in this song.
He's much more Elvis like. It's like John Travolta demanded he sing this song. And
he wouldn't do the film if he didn't sing this song, like
something like that. Basically they bullied the actor that plays Conway into not taking this song.
It's crazy.
To the fascism point, I noticed that as they sing this song, the gang just keeps getting bigger and bigger with more and more men.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that. Yeah.
It's like every new verse, there's like one or two more dudes until all of a sudden there's like a giant crowd of them.
I think also, I mean, obviously the stuff that was brought up in that intro is like, there's like obvious fascism symbolism. He's doing like a Roman salute in front of his friends, like a very exaggerated one. Let me try and pull up like a freeze frame of it.
What's a lot of jerking off?
Yeah, like I don't know what to tell you. If you interpret this any other way, I mean, it's just there's also an American flag in the background that I think disappears as it all fades to whiteness. What do we think about the transition to like the whole background getting white?
I was a little surprised by that. I just forgot. My first watch was probably like more than 10 years ago, so I didn't really remember much. But it's it was at this point where I was like, oh, this was a Broadway play before it was a movie, or Broadway musical before it was a movie. Like this just seems very Broadway, but
this is also where reality starts to break down a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I think this is like the other musical numbers are like they're grounded, but here is supernatural. What do you think of the image Jamie has pulled up now, where they're all spreading their legs like bugs? On the ground?
It's funny you say that because I was gonna bring up maybe one of my favorite moments in the whole movie. Not to jump ahead, but when Annie and Conway hug a little too aggressively, and then they realized they were being gay, so they started aggressively combing their hair with grease.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That was I audibly laughed during that one, which I usually don't during movies, but I audibly laughed during that.
Oh.
They also call Eugene gay at one point too.
But I mean, there's a lot in like, you know, I mean, in fascism in general, I feel like there's a lot of homoeroticism, and I think
I agree. I think
we're picking that up here a little.
The presentation is very little fruity.
It's almost like this is like, and they also have this like more flamboyant red car.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like this is their, and everything's clean. It's almost like this is like the shadow of the shadow.
Well,
yeah.
Well, do you think there's I think there's probably something to the fact that they have this old piece of shit car and they want to make it like something to be proud of again.
Well, I'll take it one step further, Taylor. Just like in Saturday Night Fever.
That's okay. Sorry.
The car.
Watching him. I'm watching him on the engine. It looked really gay. I'm sorry.
The engine's like a bull. Sorry. I just had to say the engine is like riding a bull. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. No, but the car is they're building a sex palace for themselves because this car is the
really are.
is the key. It's the car is the key to getting into a woman's pants. I mean, like later on when we're at the drive-through, like that's when Danny, makes his pass at Sandy, which is when they're in the car together, and then even before at Makeout Point, that's Reef. Where Makeout Reef, that's where Kaneki and Rizzo are getting it on. So like they're just building themselves a glorified.
Well, we kind of skipped it, but like in that last scene, he like doesn't get laid because his car is really shitty. Or I guess he does later. But like the sex was not as assured because of how shitty his car was.
Mm-hmm. He got mogged by the Scorpion who came with the nicer car.
Well, yeah, it's penis envy pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why he hates that guy from the Scorpions, because he's got a real pussy wagon, for lack of a better term.
The lyrics in this song are really lewd too.
Yeah. Do you have them pulled up, Jamie?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Jesus, I forgot about the lyrics.
I'll also say I really like this song. It's probably my second favorite in the movie. That's just my opinion. I think it's cinema.
Greased lightning.
Yeah, he talks about
Taylor, do you want to give us a reading?
Taylor, yes. You could just read Jamie has some parts highlighted. We don't have to read it, but there's stuff, they're directly comparing the car to, getting laid.
So what's the deal with lightning?
At
the end of the movie, not to skip ahead again, but at the end of the movie, he's electrified by Sandy, and he mentions that
simple.
a couple of
it's
times
simple,
in the last song.
Jamie just has it pulled up. It's just simple Jove. It's just
AI generated Zeus.
It's just Jove symbolism. There's a lot of light. I think there's a lot of lightning. Yeah, he says like it's electrifying. They actually, I put up the SS symbol, which is lightning bolts, which is relevant. They have them on the car. They also they do the hand buzzer to electrocute Eugene.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of lightning symbolism.
Which was almost like, and Eugene was the nerdy one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that almost like Eugene like realizing his lack of in that moment when he touches them? getting
Maybe.
jolted.
It feels like, I mean, lightning is like the symbol of like God and ultimate masculine authority and power.
I feel like it's, and also like realization.
Taylor, what do you think? Or Dante?
So homoerotic.
I was.
I'm just looking at these pictures.
Something that oh, sorry, Dante, go ahead.
Taylor, you go.
Well, something that I didn't realize until you just pulled this scene up is the car in the scene here is completely different from the car that, like, the final product of the car. This one's red with white, white lightning, and I think the actual car is like white or cream with white lightning. What do you think about that?
I don't know, but that clear hood I think is really dumb. But it's also interesting because it's like it's that the engine is kind of like the mortal engine of the vehicle, and they want to expose it for everyone to see, and it's just on display. You know, it's kind of like if Danny just decided to wear like assless chaps to school. You know, that's how I interpret it. He's trying to show his schlong off. How fast?
Yeah, that is kind of like, bearing your manhood out. Like, that's interesting.
Oh, and here's the other point that I think is like really interesting or strange is this is all going on in their high school, like in the mechanic shop at their high school.
It's so weird. I was gonna bring that up. Yeah,
so strange.
It's like the Rydell High.
There were quite a few times where I feel like the dated like cultural things in here kind of like mogged me. Like just the fact that these like broke losers can like buy cars and soup them up and make them really nice. The fact that there's like an auto shop in their high school just feels like a cultural relic that is unthinkable. I don't know. There were a couple other things where, like, I think Kaneki said he was just like he worked over the summer and he just bought a car.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
it's what the boom.
Probably not related. They're just like wow, these guys are losers and they're living it up compared to us.
How big that crowd of men is at the end. Skip to the end.
Oh.
Wait, no, a little back farther. Yeah, like just random dudes.
Yeah, who even are these guys?
I don't know, but his power is drawing everyone in.
It seems like it's making a lot of people gay.
Also, Conway's shirt at this point is like, it's very flamboyant. It gets like shorter. It's almost like a oh geez, what do they call it that girls wear? That's like a
geez, dude.
I don't know women's fashion. It's like a short shirt,
like a crop top.
Maybe a crop. Yeah, he has like a crop top on.
Watch the shirt, stupid.
Maybe it's not that low. It's not that high. I mean, but it's shorter. Wow.
Do you think maybe? No.
Dude, what? Just look at the left side of this image, dude. I don't. This is
he's
like
going in to grab he's going in to grab his dick.
Yeah, he's got like the shocker going on.
This is like,
wait, look, his like finger and his thumb are like they're like outstretched.
He's like has his thumbs up, like yeah, come on. Oh man, there's no accident. There's no accident.
Do you remember from Cat in the Hat, the live action Cat in the Hat, when he was like, "Let's take a look under the hood." You know what I'm talking about?
I quote that movie probably weekly.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic scene.
Well,
but I digress.
Do you think Kaneki getting more feminine as the scene moves on is like Danny like becoming the alpha in the group? Like he's becoming more like self-actualized.
Yeah, I think there's some level of that. Though, as I said, in the musical, it's not that way. But maybe John Travolta is just such a powerful presence that he like dominates other actors.
I dominate a lot of people daily.
I wonder if Kaneki does the race in the end of the movie in the musical. I don't know. Maybe not.
Huh.
Well, that's Greased Lightning. I think we did a pretty thorough analysis. I think we can move on to whatever's next, unless anyone has any final thoughts.
I think they go to Frosty Palace next.
Let's talk about Frosty Palace. We're actually recording this show.
I did like the Frosty Palace scenes. I thought they were particularly dreamlike.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
There's a few, but I guess maybe we can talk about both of them, because there's one where he tries to like apologize to her the first time, and then
This
she
is
says,
the second one. Yeah.
I don't know if Jamie can find the
it's right there. It's right there. Danny apologizes to Sandy. It was there a second ago. Yeah.
Damn, Jamie's good at this.
And this is where he says, "The night of the bonfire, that was me, but it wasn't me."
Do you think the spirit of the fire also moved him to be standoffish?
Could be.
The Frosty also contrasts with. What do you think about the symbolism of being called Frosty's Palace?
I don't know. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's all white and gold.
I didn't even pick up on the name of the place.
But she's beastly.
Yeah, she is revolting. Oh my god.
Well, I will say my idea of Frosty has changed pretty significantly since this past weekend. I was just in New Orleans with my girlfriend, and we went to this bar called the Golden Lantern. Very flamboyant gay man was working behind the bar, and we ordered our drinks, and he said, "Can I give you a frosted donut as well?" And I was like, "What is that?" And he proceeded to tell us this story about how one of the other bartenders there, I guess, had just been giving his partner oral sex, and when he finished, he came out and went to the other bartender and said, "I can give you a kiss," and the guy said, "No way, you got a frosted donut on your face," so as to preclude that he had some frosting all over his lips. So whenever I hear frosted now, that's what I think of.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This changes everything.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Frosted tips?
A frosted donut.
Frosted donut. Yeah, frosted tips is what Taylor did that one time.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Jamie, pull up frosted tips. Oh wow.
So I was there in the kitchen when we did that. I helped you do it with your mom. Yeah. You remember that?
You were
honestly looking sick.
Well,
I
think that was your personal grease lightning.
That was definitely my grease lightning. That was electrifying. That's for sure.
I'm sort of.
Yeah.
Can we go to the scene where he maybe apologizes? I'm trying to think, because I think it's like
it's there.
No. I don't know. Is there anything to talk about before then? Because then I think it's like the dance off.
I think.
Well, he goes. He goes to the gym.
Oh
yeah, I want to talk about the tryout scene. I have a lot to say about that.
I think the tryouts happened before this, and maybe we can, or do they happen after? It doesn't matter.
I wrote, "Why is the wrestling so homoerotic?"
So I think Sandy basically tells him in the apology scene that he like doesn't have anything going on, and that's what prompts him to go and try out.
Oh, so maybe we talk about that first.
So
he realizes the jock. He realized she likes the jock.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean she's going out with the football player.
Yeah.
But
gosh, look at that outfit she's wearing.
Yeah. Lady in white.
She's also wearing his varsity letters.
Yep, which is what he wears in the last scene of the movie, that exact jacket.
Yep.
True. What do we have? Anything else
Interesting
about
that the cheerleader there is super into him.
Was she the cheerleader? I thought she was.
Yeah.
Is she? Oh, okay.
That's the cheerleader that ends up with the jock.
Oh, interesting.
He's so like sheepish, like in this scene. It's really like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he goes back to being like the version on the beach is like almost like a more boyish version of him. Like he gets really like soft and.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's like societal pressure that's forcing him to adopt an image.
I think that's definitely like a major theme for the whole movie is like just pressure, societal pressure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very true.
But
this is crazy. He's in the leather jacket and the sunglasses.
well, yeah. So I wanna talk about this scene in particular. So the wrestling part is crazy. He just gets like brutally mogged by some like beastly dude.
Crazy. Yeah.
I also wanted to. I think it's after this. The coach tries to get him to play basketball, and he just immediately like starts like to square up and like starts to
like
get ready to
flapping
like
his hands.
Yeah.
Also,
But
why are his shorts like 4 inches shorter than everybody else's shorts?
Maybe his legs are 4 inches longer.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like it's almost like competing is so unnatural to him. I know we talked about them being like the sigmas or whatever of the power structure in Rydell, but it's just so crazy that like an ounce of competition appears, like, and he's just like, okay, ready to square up.
Yeah, he's like rules are not.
He also
natural.
he has trouble playing team sports as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had this. I'm not gonna pretend that this makes sense. I have it in my notes, which makes me think I like kind of broke out my notes by scene. So I just have this under the tryout scene. And I wrote this question: is Danny actually a rich kid?
I was wondering how he's able to like summer at the beach.
Yeah, and the fact that he's like so talentless makes me think he like doesn't have to try to do anything. Like he doesn't actually need, you know what I mean? Like, I mean all the T-birds are kind of talentless, but like him in particular, like they don't even really show him working on the car. It's like everybody else is working on the car. He doesn't even. He's just kind of like an accessory. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that was clearly something that I took away from this scene.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He could be. He very well could be. I'm imagining sort of like there's a certain strain of person that has rich parents that like tries to be poor and join like certain political causes as an identity. I do wonder if this is something similar to that.
Yeah.
Like LARPing as a street kid.
Greaser. Yeah.
Like I wonder if he's like never actually been in a fight. He just thinks it's cool.
The only thing that they ever show him being good at is driving the car in that or in one of the final scenes. That's the only thing he shows any proficiency in.
I feel like this whole scene is him trying to take the first step towards like being more of a whole person, and that, I mean, you see it here at the end of the scene where Sandy's finally like, okay, yeah, we can actually go do something now that you've taken that first step. We can go out on a date.
Well, I also want to go back to the development of the animus. So you could argue that before this scene, Danny was just the man of mere physical power, but then the fact that he goes out for some kind of sports team and tries to make himself more whole, like you were saying, Trav. That kind of makes him more of the next step of the evolution of the animus, which is like the man of action, the man of romance.
Stepping out of his shell.
There's definitely something to that. I think you're right. What happens after this? Do they make up?
Yeah, she realizes he's making the first move, and then they go to Frosty Palace together on the date.
Is this the scene you said bothered you, Travis?
The scene? Yeah. I will say though, I did.
She takes off her white. She takes
go
off
back,
her
like,
white
a
in
little
that
bit?
scene.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
that is
Go back to
interesting.
them getting out of their car. Does it show it here? No, I don't think it does. I love the beginning of the scene where they roll up to Frosty Palace and get out of the car, and they look so different, and it's so crazy to see the two of them on a date that it's like it was to me it was like enthralling to see the two of them show up on a date together.
Yeah,
with how different they looked.
She takes her coat off. I think one of you mentioned that too, right?
Yeah.
What bothered you about this scene though?
Later on, all these dudes are just so like, we can like flesh it out, but like all of them are just like mistreating their girlfriends. Riz is like covered in hickeys. They're like just violent towards them. It's just like, it really paints the rest of the dudes in a negative light here. And the women too. I mean, the whole time you're just like screaming at Danny and Sandy to like get out of there.
Yeah.
This is the scene. This is the scene that made me think Danny was a rich kid, because all of his friends are like scraping together 2 nickels to buy like a chocolate milk, and him and Sandy get a burger, a shake, and like some other stuff.
Yeah, they get a burger, a shake, and a bunch of other stuff, and then they don't eat any of it.
Yeah, they don't take a single bite.
Classic rich person behavior. I've seen there's like posts on Twitter where it's like they show what a millionaire's like hotel looks like after they leave, and it's just tons of uneaten food. Like they're just so wasteful. They're all just so wasteful here.
Yeah, Taylor, I think you might be onto something here. I feel like he is just like cosplaying a little bit, and maybe part of him like becoming more of a whole person also involves him like kind of giving up on this whole like greaser shtick, as it relates to like all of his friends being in dire straits. God, Sonny looks like he's 50 right there.
I don't think you could paint a more offensive caricature of an Italian man than Sonny.
He's also just like, as the movie goes on, he just devolves more and more. Towards the end, he's just like drinking. He's just like boozing it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, isn't there? Maybe I'm totally making this up, but isn't there a point in the movie when he tries to like drug someone?
Yeah, he's like putting alcohol in the punch.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
Scoundrel.
He's like, he's like trying to get the whole dance all fucked up.
Yeah.
He's pretty sleazy.
What is the dance next, or is it beauty school dropout? What
Beauty school dropout
is next.
Trav,
I'll let you take the floor on this one.
Well, I just love this whole. I really do love the scenes in Frosty Palace because they're almost like a dream state. The whole thing, like starting with Danny and Sandy running in on this date, and they look so different, and the whole place feels like a dream. And then it just randomly transitions to this fever dream.
Yeah.
I also just to prime this scene a bit, I think can you pause it? Can you pause it?
There's a bit of a delay. What part do you want to see?
I just want to get into this before the scene really kicks off. Yeah. I think she's having this like realization that she dropped out of high school, she failed at beauty school, and then she's like thinking she'll be a waitress. She's like just exhausting all these opportunities. which was like really bleak to get into this scene. Anyway.
Some of the lyrics were, "Why keep your feeble hopes alive? And you're not cut out to hold a job."
Jesus.
Do you think there's like a
Like,
reading that? Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if this is something, maybe like a commentary on women trying to integrate into the workplace.
I think, to me, it struck me as like, you need to just go back to high school and settle for normal and like be a housewife or whatever. Just accept a normal life. Like, you're not all these hopes and dreams you have. Like, it's so weird that it's also like an angelic. I feel like I've never seen something like this where it's like the imagery is all like white and like beautiful and angelic, but then it's like the darkest stuff in the whole movie.
And I had that in my notes. It's so it's so bizarre because the visuals are queuing you up to feel one thing. And
I wonder if there's more Grease wiki on
I want to say one thing about this. I think I read in one place is that they actually wanted Elvis to sing this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other interesting thing, is that like this isn't just like some random dude. Like Frankie Avalon was kind of idolized by teenage girls at the time. So like what is that saying? That like her, I would assume they're trying to make the message that she idolizes Frankie Avalon because her jaw is on the floor the whole time.
For sure.
Like, what does that say about him pretty much telling her to give it up and go back to being a housewife?
Doesn't
she's completely enamored in this.
I don't think it explicitly says housewife, but I feel like
that's what they're getting
like,
at.
You can't do anything, so just go back to high school.
Yeah, and she also doesn't. I was really expecting her to start singing at some point, but she doesn't. She's just a.
She's really she's like a passive party in this whole.
She's
like,
physically lower too.
Yeah. She doesn't really have a say, I guess.
He's also not upset by this whole thing. He's almost like grateful for it. He's saying the worst stuff imaginable to her, but she's
so
still like,
demeaning.
Look how like happy she is.
Do you think it's maybe?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that Rizzo was in this scene. This like dream sequence,
like, cheering on Frankie, whatever.
As a voice saying like, you can't do anything with your life.
Everyone's just a jackal.
With him. Yeah.
He pops her bubble. Do you think that represents him popping her dream?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you make of the headgear in here?
Oh, he does pop her bubble. Oh no.
This is really bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the only part of the movie. I mean, I only watched it once, but I rewound to watch this a second time.
I don't know what I'm supposed to feel.
I think that's kind of intentional. I think you're being.
It's like a trance.
You're being signaled into feeling good, but the lyrics are just a teardown.
Yeah, I mean the song, like if the lyrics were gibberish, the sound of the song comes across as something that's like cheerful and, you know, pretty lighthearted, but the topic is so destructive.
I feel like
Frenchie.
It's just like putting you into a trance to be normal. It's like the feeling I get from it.
I had this written down, but it's a little bit less coherent now that we know I kind of assumed when on my watch, I didn't look into it at all, that the characters are future boomers. I kind of wrote it down as like this is the promise of society, of like integrating in society. Like it spells out this like nice, clean, white, idealized future, but really it's just get in line. Like you're nothing. You're just another, like, basically just another idiot. It's just the boomer promise of society.
I think the message here is that being normal is good or that it's bad.
I have no idea.
He's being so like I just don't know. Like he's being so mean to her, but she's happy about it.
The message is only the boys are allowed to ride the bull. Girls can't ride the bull.
It's I think you're trying to be funny, Dante, but I don't think you're too far off.
No,
really.
that's what it's Frankie Avalon's just gatekeeping society from Frenchie.
Yeah, he's like, you can't participate in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's also like the opposite of what eventually happens with Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, where they fully embrace the black. But he's it's like this all white. It's like it's sort of like it's on the surface, it's like happy and you fit in and conform, but there's definitely an emptiness and depression under the surface, I think.
That's why it's like a trance, like almost. It's almost like she's like a cow being led to slaughter, sort of thing. You know
I don't think it's good.
agree.
I don't think it leaves me feeling good.
No. I think that's I think you're right. I think it's good on the outside, but it leaves you feeling icky and uncomfortable, and you're like, no, that's not the way.
Yeah. Okay, so that was
I love that horn.
it's a good one. So beauty school dropout, unsettling is all I gotta say.
We talked about beauty school dropout more than we talked about any single thing for the past couple hours. That was a lengthy discussion.
It's probably
There's a lot to
something
say.
that's going to linger with me.
Yeah.
I do wonder if, like, I think if it was supposed to be Elvis, then not to talk forever about this song, but like if it was supposed to be Elvis, it's sort of like the ultimate greaser trying to drag Frenchie down.
Could you imagine the hip thrust that would have been happening in this song if it was Elvis? That would have had a much more like sexual undertone, I think, if it was Elvis.
Mm-hmm. And also at this point, Elvis looked like what did Elvis look like in 1978?
Was he even alive?
Jamie.
I just know they wanted him to be in the movie, but
I think he was alive, but I think he looked pretty
I'm trying to
He looks
pretty
like Danny.
rotund. I think he looked. Yeah, like that's
no one had a worse diet than Elvis.
ooh. Yeah.
That's Danny's future right there.
Let's talk about their future in the end, assuming it's not all a hallucination. Because I don't think it's good.
Oh my god. Yeah, he looks really bad.
Okay. So after this, I think it's the dance off. Is there anything else between that?
Well,
they go
they
fix
go
up
to
the car for a little
drive-in.
bit.
They go to the drive-in.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's when they go to the drive-in, and that's when like Sandy and Danny break up again. But I think that's
The Sin Wagon.
Sin Wagon.
Yeah, no, this is.
Well,
this is
no,
before.
the bandstand was first.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The dance off was before
yeah.
this.
There's like a quick interlude between Beauty School Dropout and the bandstand where they fix up the car a little bit more, but then they go to the bandstand.
What is a band? What is a bandstand?
American Bandstand was like a show where they
What you're looking at
broadcast
right now,
like high schoolers
okay,
dancing.
okay, that's what I thought.
And the Hollywood
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
of course, is a perv.
What's
I
his
was
name?
gonna
God,
Vince
he was
Fontaine?
such a creep.
Fontaine.
Yeah. Oh, that's who I was thinking of. Not Sonny. Sonny doesn't drug anybody. Vince Fontaine, I think, tried to drug whatever that girl's name is. One of the one pink lady. I forget her name.
The Striver, the one that's
Yeah,
like trying to get
think,
with him.
I think he drugs her.
Really?
I remember
What
there
evidence?
being. She says a line. She has a line where she says like, "I don't remember anything because Vince put something in my drink" or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't remember it exactly, but it's very fitting. Very fitting.
It's definitely fitting for Hollywood. Is all I gotta say.
This scene I also have written in my notes. Why does Sonny look like he is 55 now?
Why? Well, let's get into that. Why do you think they casted people that look so old? I have my own take, but I want to hear yours.
Like he literally looks. I don't know where if you can find him in this scene, but he literally looks like he's 55 years old. He's supposed to be 17 or whatever. He's like walking around with like a thing of liquor, just like sneaking sips and pouring it in the punch.
It's kind of hard.
I don't
to
know if
find.
you're gonna be able to find him.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Maybe like slow. I don't know.
I could maybe edit in a picture afterwards if I find it. But yeah, he's just like pouring liquor into the drinks. Here's my theory. They could have casted people that look young and were still in their 20s. I get it because it's like a mature movie. You might not want actual 16-year-olds doing these things. I think it's like boomers look at the old actors and think like, oh, that's how I remember high school. I looked like I do now back then.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely tailored it for the generation of people who were 16 and 17 in 1958, 59.
Because it'd be jarring if they looked young, yeah.
It also makes them look more washed out if they're older. Which I think, like, I mean, thematically is kind of what they're going for like the pink ladies and some of the greasers, is for them to be like just like washed out and just like brimming with sin.
It's like it ages you.
Yeah.
I also think it's possible in the Grease cinematic universe that they're all a little older because I think some of them get held back from school.
Oh.
Like I'm pretty sure in the final scene, the three like Stooges are like, "Oh, we flunked out again. No, we didn't graduate for like the third time."
Oh, really?
Something.
Oh,
like...
wait, we're actually 30.
That might be true. Yeah, maybe they've been held back.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't have a beer belly when they're still in high school?
Just drinking hard liquor all the time.
Who doesn't have cirrhosis before they graduate high school?
What do you think of this dance scene? I know, Dante. Let's get into it. What about the Italian American shit? Don't you have a problem with?
Oh, honestly, that's chump change compared to this scene.
Yeah,
like, I think this was the least watchable scene for me. Like, I remember before watching Grease, more recently, I always felt in my mind that Grease was like a 4-hour long movie. I don't know why, but that's like that was always my perception, was that it was just this like super long-winded movie. And I was shocked when I turned it on last week and saw that it was less than 2 hours. I was like, are you kidding me? And then sitting through it felt like an eternity. It was very difficult. It was very long.
What do you make of this character that
Cha-Cha?
that kind of like
Cha-Cha Di
steals
Gregorio.
Danny away? Cha-Cha. Is she supposed to be Italian, or is she supposed to be Hispanic, do you think?
No, she's
'Cause
Hispanic.
I think it's interesting that
Di
like
Gregorio
I think it's
sounds
interesting
Italian.
that that's the character that
Yeah.
like she's the one that takes him away from Sandy. Also, is it Sonny that takes Sandy away?
Yes.
Oh, not to hyper focus on this, but the link I just sent you, Jamie, at 44 seconds into that video, that's him at the bandstand when he looks 55.
Jamie and Hans.
You got it 44 seconds in. Like, look how old he looks. That's a high schooler.
My God.
What's that? Isn't there like a Christopher Walken bit where he's like, "Hey, fellow kids"?
Yeah. Yeah, it's something like that.
Holy shit, he looks rough.
So old.
What's going on, big guy?
Foo Fighters.
That's crazy. Well, I think Cha-Cha is sort of, she's like the female John Travolta. I don't think she's his. I think Olivia Newton-John is like his like anima goal, but I think I don't know what the term in this in Jungian psychology, but she's like the female version of him. Like she is a greaser.
Yeah.
She's Shadow Danny.
But I don't think that the shadow's a part of himself. She's just I don't know. I just think she's just a female version of Danny.
Well, I think like at face value, she's what Danny should want. If you look at a picture of Danny and you hold up a picture of Sandy and a picture of Cha-Cha, and you ask, which woman would this guy be with? Like, I feel like 9 out of 10 people would say Cha-Cha.
Dancing with her is also a lot more sexual.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome. I think she should have been
Overtly
Saturday
sexual.
Night Fever instead of Stephanie.
Oh my God. Could you
I love
imagine?
watching these two dance. Yeah,
Sandy's particularly perturbed by the sexual dancing, I feel like.
I guess this gets into a very fundamental question of with romantic relationships generally, is it like opposites attract, or do you want somebody that's like you but a female version?
Oh.
I think a female version of myself would be pretty intolerable, so I would have to go with opposites attract.
I'd have to agree.
But if you go with somebody who's completely of your ilk as well, there's no room for growth there. Whereas Sandy and Danny getting together force each other to like become more whole versions of themselves. Whereas these two, it would just be a death race of like sex and alcohol.
Yeah, I feel like you need to find somebody that completes what you lack. Otherwise, what's actually what do you gain?
I also noticed when he wins here, he starts aggressively combing his hair again. Which he seems to do anytime he's trying to like reaffirm his masculinity.
He's got to re-grease.
He's got to re-greased.
I think the grease is the
his masculinity.
It's like
masculine persona.
It's the masculine essence. I think it's. I also want to talk about this, maybe, but we'll talk about this later. But yeah, he has to reaffirm his masculinity. He also wins in everything. Saturday Night Fever, he wins the dance competition. Urban Cowboy, he wins the bull racing. What can't John Travolta do?
He
Just
can't
wait.
keep he can't keep a full head of hair.
I will say though.
Yeah, look, there he is. He's combing. The first thing he does when he wins is he starts combing his damn hair.
Sort of like like grooming. I think grooming too is also. I think to Taylor's point that he's a rich kid. There was the mice experiment where they had the mouse utopia. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Mm-hmm.
No.
They wanted to see what would happen if they gave mice everything they wanted. Like you have food, shelter,
Yeah, I saw that.
never want. And they observed the different behaviors, I guess trying to analogize it to humans. And they found that there was this one group of mice that were they called the beautiful ones they just disassociated from the others and were antisocial and would just groom themselves.
Hmm.
Wow.
So I think it sort of points to a similar dynamic with Travolta if he's obsessed with grooming. Holy shit, the guy. Chat, are you seeing this? The guy
Coach Calhoun.
the guy that came up with the mouse utopia was John B. Calhoun, the same name as their coach.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's all a simulation. It's all a simulation, folks. There are no accidents, folks.
Showing little interest in social interaction, which is like similar to how they don't participate in any of the like high school cultural rituals.
Mm-hmm.
That is fascinating.
Easy.
There's no
That can't be an accident.
No, I hope you guys understand. I'm not joking. You are living in like some reality controlled by like a higher entity. Like there's no accidents.
That is wild.
Anyway, moving on. Is the drive-in scene the next thing that happens?
Yes.
Also, I will say this, Pep. I completely disagree with you about this scene being boring. I think it's a crazy feat of filmmaking coordinating this many people.
True. That I think from a cinematography perspective, it's pretty impressive.
I was engrossed watching all the people move around. I can't imagine coordinating that. That it's. But I could see your point though. And okay, here we got to talk about this. He's like going at Sandy with his claw hand.
His meat hook.
Because again, he's just focused on like the sexual object of her because he hasn't fully actualized. He's incapable of seeing her as a whole person.
Also, what car is this? Like, do we ever
This
see
has
this
to be
car
Danny's
before?
car.
It's red.
Jamie, let it play. It's red. I don't know whose car this is. It's also like it's a convertible.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
She calls it the sin wagon, I think, at one point.
Sin wagon. It does look a little rusty and beat up.
Wait, what do we think happened there? Where she
smacks him in the door.
Somebody's point earlier. She is wearing less white now, though.
Yeah, the Frosty Palace. She takes off her white coat for the first time, and then ever since then, she's been wearing less and less white. I actually think in the dance off she was wearing all white. That's the exception.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think of the ring he gives her?
What?
I don't really know what to make of that.
It's a bit weird because she throws it back at him instantly.
What is the ring?
It's like a symbol of his commitment, I guess.
It's probably like a promise ring or something.
I suppose.
I think that was pretty popular in the 50s.
Like, was it like a high school, like a school ring, class ring, or something? Or
I mean, he definitely wouldn't have had. He definitely wouldn't have had a class ring.
No.
Well, maybe his daddy bought him one.
Probably. I forget also if we see the actual movie or if it's in another scene, but there's a point where they're at the movies or something, and the movie's The Blob.
Yeah.
which I think is obviously a symbol for sort of like that grease or that fear of that like shadow overtaking all of America.
Something else that was interesting about this drive-in scene, I don't know where it is I think it's shortly after what Jamie has up right now. There's like a there's like a hot dog and a bun.
Oh yeah.
And the hot dog jumps in the bun.
What do you think that means, Taylor? Put on your thinking cap.
There it is. There it is. The hot dog's like doing tricks.
He hops into the bun.
I didn't even notice that. Wait, that's crazy.
And he's like sitting in disappointment.
For this one, he finally realizes he's going to need to make a change. One of the lines is, "Somehow our two souls will be one."
Oh,
I think is alluding to how this whole thing is going to end here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about him being on swings?
He's swinging back and forth. He's swinging back and forth between who he used to be and who he wants to be.
Yeah, it's like the pendulum of like his shadow and like his actual self.
Whoa.
The man on the fence.
I suppose it's also kind of a callback to Sandy's solo song, with the kiddie pool. The kiddie pool was a symbol of innocence and youth, and the swing set is a similar object. Youth and
I like
innocence.
that. Maybe he's like,
but he's not swinging on it. I wish he was swinging.
Maybe they're still in sort of a childlike state.
Yeah.
I don't know. The hot dog jumping into the bun though. I don't know. I might need to check
his bun ran away. He grabbed his bun too quick and she ran away.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, folks. What do we have after this? Is it the car race?
Yeah, I think the car race.
Some rizzes. Well, we have my favorite scene where Danny and his buddy start aggressively combing their hair.
That might be a hard one to find.
Yeah.
I think the pregnancy rumor happens in that same scene.
Oh.
Let's see if I can find the
yeah.
See if I can find
that scorpion guy is like disgusting. He is like a really
50.
Yeah, crater face.
Is this Cha-Cha in this scene? I can't.
Yeah, that's Cha-Cha. I also something that I think is interesting is Cha-Cha's here in the scene. Just one of the few, I think at least one of the few times where like a woman's wearing pants, and like then in the final scene when Sandy comes out in her like greaser look, she's wearing pants just like Cha-Cha was. I thought that was, I don't know if that was supposed to be a connection, but just because Cha-Cha's like the woman that he was with.
Yeah. Do you think the pants represent female authority or something like that?
I feel like you could argue it a few different ways. You could take it like the cultural view of like women being more of like in the workforce, like wearing pants instead of dresses, or to your point, like just female authority. I don't know. I wasn't 100% on that one, or I wasn't sure if I was reading too much into the the pants. But
they're both very. It seems like once you're more bold as a female, also, I don't know. Frenchie doesn't wear pants, so Do we want to talk?
I found this. Found the scene. It's be my second at Thunder Road is what they say before they get a little too close.
Thunder Road, huh?
I sent in the Discord chat.
What second?
50.
Oh.
This is where he's like, you got to be my second at Thunder Road. Yeah, and it's like 50 seconds in.
I don't know if we see it, but I love Conway's lighter. It's like this huge flame comes out of it whenever he lights a cig.
Noticed that. That was
Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, yep.
This is one of the few scenes
I just love that.
Yeah.
It's so like Brokeback Mountain.
Well, it's like real. This is one of. I'm trying to recall any other scenes of real masculine true friendship that's not just like roughhousing with the guys.
no. This is
These two legitimately care about each other.
here's the real question that this film makes you ask: is how do you wear a leather jacket without it looking like a LARP?
Do you guys wear leather jackets ever?
I would love to. I would love to, but I feel like I would look like I was trying to be a fucking greaser.
Maybe we should all go in together.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should all get a leather jacket. And
Travis,
then,
how
Get
would
a
you
leather
feel?
duster. I'd wear a leather duster.
Ooh. Travis, how would you feel if we show up at your wedding all dressed like this?
Combs and greased up hair.
And the leather coats, yeah.
It'd be kind of sick, honestly.
we should all be ripping cigs. Talking about never mind.
Yeah, no, we'll consider it. Okay, so they prep for the car, and then I think there's Rizzo's song about right?
Yeah, I didn't really get much out of that one. She was like lamenting it, but she was also like not regretful, which I didn't really understand.
What a horrible mantra.
Yeah, she didn't. That's why when I said earlier that a lot of the characters fell a little flat for me, I feel like she doesn't really develop that much because she's just like, oh, everybody's sneering at me, but like, fuck it. Like, whatever.
She doesn't really have any growth. She's like, I forget what Conway says to her in the end, but maybe there's an implication that no, they won't be together because they don't need to be because there's no baby by an actor.
He does say he's gonna make he does say he's gonna like make an honest woman out of her, but it's just her like going back to being lewd with him, which is like how the movie started with her.
She's
I don't know.
I feel like
square one.
Yeah. This is just like
I don't know.
She's just I could be an even bigger hoe. Like
and then like what is like Conway, like what is he? I feel like he's the same the whole movie too. I don't know. A lot of the characters just felt like background.
It almost would have been
Conway has a bit of growth because he confronts her and says that he'll make an honest woman out of her before he knows.
But then he immediately abandons it when she says she's not pregnant.
That's true. That's true.
It would have been more compelling maybe if they would have had the child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we could have seen like a little bit of a Bobby story arc. You know, Kanicki's the one with the car. Bobby was the one with the car.
Oh, from Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah. Perhaps.
Huh. Oh, wait, yeah, because he did have the same situation.
Yeah.
What if Kanicki died? Wow. I don't know. No one dies in this movie, though. Please.
Nothing happens with French. Like Frenchie just, I mean, unless I'm wrong, didn't Frenchie just like, she does the beauty school dropout thing and then nothing really happens with her.
There's no growth.
Sonny still looks old. I don't know.
Sonny.
Well, yeah, they're kind of like in purgatory, everybody, but
I guess if you're not a main character in purgatory, you don't really need to have much of a growth story or an arc.
They may not.
Because I think a bunch of the other Stooges are like, oh, we flunked, we're going back to high school again.
That is truly purgatory. I do think none of this movie's well, I guess it's real in the sense that it's a real spiritual journey, but I don't think any of this actually exists in the material world. Yeah, if you guys ever, I was just gonna say, if you guys ever make a choice in life and then are thinking like, oh well, I could have done something worse, you've hit rock bottom. So
Yeah, but I mean that's what that whole song is about, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's literally like, I could flirt with like more guys or be even more craft and gross. Yeah, what a horrible. Don't be Riz, listeners. It's truly horrible. Well, yeah, and then I think it goes into the race. So
yeah,
Conway really gets kind of screwed here, right?
I was the actor that played Conway. I would have not consented to this movie being put out.
This was another part of the movie. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, his character just gets like cucked by Travolta's character over and over again. He doesn't get to race his car.
Yeah, the way he injures himself is so stupid. This was another moment in the movie I really didn't like. Was like he hits his head in the most like slapstick way and not be able to race.
And he's trying to find it.
I mean, he like drops a coin and then like somebody opens the door and he just like slams his head.
I want to ask because what do you think the symbolism of the coin on the eye means? Because didn't they used to put coins on the eyes of corpses?
Yeah.
Oh.
When he falls,
Dead man walking.
Jamie, try and. Yeah, maybe it's just indicating that he's dead. I don't know. I'll edit some of these into the video after. Yeah, but he falls and then a coin like that lands on his eye. I want to see. Look up. I'm trying to look this up. Who does the race in Grease musical at the end? It just feels so weird that Travolta does it. Like I don't think he needs to do it.
Well, I feel like it would almost make more sense for him to not do it because Danny's trying to be more of a whole person, and this is him like winning the ultimate masculinity test.
Well, yeah, he's like fully participating in both sides of like his as his shadow self, and then off screen he's also like getting a varsity letter. He's doing both still. He's not really.
We can talk. Yeah. Can one of you guys look up ChatGPT who does the race in the musical? It just seems so weird.
I'm checking with the Wikipedia for the musical.
Like this is the same shit from Urban Cowboy, where Travolta has to. He's like, oh, I've overcome the macho stuff. I'm not gonna ride the bull, and then he goes and rides the bull. And here it's also like your character development is like that you're already this scoundrel. You don't need to compete in a street race to win Sandy's heart. It's just so weird.
It is, yeah, no, it is really weird because you'd think that would show him if the from a character development point, you'd think they'd show him like on the track, like practicing or whatever, but no, he's just he's at the peak of greaser culture. He just like won a car in a race.
Like he doesn't need to win the race. It feels I would, yeah, like you said, I'd be pissed if I were the actor that played Conway, because it would be nice if Travolta can complete his arc by getting the girl, and then also Conway can have a win by, because he's supposed to sing Grease Lightning. It'd be nice if he did the race in the end and won. I feel like this actor got boned, and I do want to hear his version of Grease Lightning, but
yeah, maybe it almost would have made more sense if the car was Danny's to begin with. Kanicki was his too, and then Kanicki ended up winning the race.
Something like that.
I thought they were going to drive together. What's the concept of be my second if you're not even in the car?
That was weird.
I think that's a cultural artifact. I think that's just beyond comprehension.
Be my second mean you're just like on standby if I get honked in the dome, slapstick style.
So Nick, I'm not seeing anything.
Brawls at these.
I'm not seeing anything about a race in the synopsis.
Is there not a race in the musical?
So what it says here is that after the dance, I guess they say that they want to have a tussle between the T-Birds and the Scorpions. Or I guess in the play or in the musical, they're called the Flaming Dukes. But the Flaming Dukes never show up. But it says before that, Danny runs away. He runs away. He doesn't want to be there for when the tussle is supposed to be. So Danny's not even there for the tussle.
Who wins the
Interesting.
tussle?
The rival gang never shows up. So
I guess the car is more like film. Weird that there's not a.
Yeah, it's strange.
You guys want to go see Grease in real life? It looks like they're still performing it.
Yeah.
I actually would. I would quite like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass, but
All right, Taylor, we'll consider it.
I'll see you for Urban Cowboy the musical.
Oh.
Well, we should all go see Hairspray.
Yeah.
I would legit rather die.
Hairspray is at 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
We need a full house for that review. We also might all
Nick,
be unemployed. Yeah.
Nick, you should go on Wikipedia and look at the budget for this movie.
Why are you asking me?
Just take a look when you get a chance.
I think that's more Jamie's job.
Have Jamie look it up. He won't be disappointed.
Oh! Oh my God.
Wow.
What a simulation, folks.
No mistakes.
I hope you understand that we literally reality is not real. You are I hope you are right with your soul, because none of this is truly real. I just want to make it
uncanny.
Okay. Well, that and the Calhoun thing is absolutely insane.
So I have, for Thunder Road, my takeaway was Sandy watches this. Even though she watches him win the masculinity test, she knows that he has something more to offer. And she does too. But that she's going to have to take the first step to say goodbye to the old Sandra D to get him to take the first step as well. Was kind of my takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
She's spectating this and she's liking it. She appreciates all the masculinity, but she's like, man, he's got more to offer than this, but I have to help him along. Was kind of my takeaway.
I don't want to be too Freudian, but I mean, wait 1 second. I mean, look at the cars. It's coming up in 1 second.
What do you think they're going? 25 miles an hour?
They're riding each other front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right though. I think she does realize it's just weird, because I feel like this isn't the thing that should motivate her to change. I feel like watching him change should, but I guess you're right. She does decide to take the first step. But what if it was like the musical or something where Danny didn't show up at the tussle and she's like, "Oh, you came to be with me instead," or something. Just feels weird. Feels like, I don't know. I feel like Travolta. These are details of Travolta's contract or something.
Almost I feel like this is her realizing that the crazy masculine stuff has some merit to it, but that she's got to show him that you can be more than one person. He doesn't have to be putting on this facade all the time. And she realizes, well, I've been doing it too. I've been putting on a facade too. So let me show him that you can do both.
I think you're right. Does anyone else have thoughts?
No, I think that's a good analysis of it, because it does make some sense of why she even came to this in the first place, because She is generally kind of disgusted by this side of him up until this point.
Yeah.
I think this is a real shot, but this is like insane. That is this real?
I think so.
Like, do they actually like that would
looks it.
kill? You'd straight up die if you drove into that thing on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a culvert, right? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I think these things are so aesthetic though.
Yeah.
Like I'm reminded of the scene in Drive where they drive in one of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No seatbelts in those cars. So he'd probably go flying right out of it and be like a catapult. Fucking
really
mechanical
bad.
trebuchet. Right out of
He'd
that.
scorpion tail right out of that thing.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if his face smashed into that cement, I mean, I can't imagine it would look much different than it already does with all the craters and such.
It might be like a handsome Squidward situation where it might disfigure him into being more
Yeah,
beautiful.
fills in all the craters.
Oh man. Handsome. It's also just he's not really even like a antagonist, just like some guy with acne scars. Like,
yeah.
What does he ever do that's he laughs at Conway once? I don't know. Antagonists are weird in musicals. I think maybe they should just be excluded. Like they have Michelle Pfeiffer.
His greatest crime is having a nice car.
I mean, he's just them, but like better.
Yeah.
Like he does the same shit they do. Like they like fancy, flashy cars. They mistreat their girlfriends and wear leather jackets. He's literally just them, but like better at it.
I feel like that's how a lot of rivalries start in real life.
Yeah.
Like if you see someone that's doing your thing but better, that can definitely set people off.
Oh, for sure.
As the kids would say, he's an op.
He's just not a villain in the typical like antithesis of you sense.
Yeah, he's just another guy.
Just better.
Well, evidently not better because he loses to Travolta.
Not in this case. Yeah.
His car, I don't know. I prefer the Grease Lightning car. I also want to mention the frog and the scorpion. I don't really know if it relates here, but that is kind of a symbol. Anyway, so that's the race. I don't really have much to say about the actual content of the race. I think the other thing, as I get older, I don't really care that much about action in movies.
No.
I more so want
especially in a movie like this, like there's no same with Urban Cowboy, like the big final competition like has no real weight.
Doesn't matter. Now what I do like on the other hand though is when we get to the ending.
I have a lot to say about the ending.
I did like the ending.
Dante, what did you think of the ending since you didn't like this movie?
No, I think the ending is probably one of the more redeeming. Oh, all with the exception of like the last 10 seconds, which made me regret.
Fly to heaven.
Yeah.
Not a fan. We'll talk about the fly to heaven.
But no, I really like this is in my opinion, it's the best musical number. It's the best scene, I think, in the whole movie when they're going through the fun house.
Oh yes. This scene, I don't think this version has. Jamie, try and find the one that. Yeah, it has like 100 million. No, yeah, it has 476 million views on YouTube. The You're the One That I Want. I think this resonated.
Clearly it's tapping into something.
I love this so much. I think Olivia Newton-John is she's just so amazing in this song. Like she has such intensity and power in her voice, especially in like the opening lines. I think this scene is like, for me, I talked about how I felt like John Travolta's solo dance in Saturday Night Fever was one of the standout moments of just a depiction of pure joy. I feel like this is just it's just like love and joy and full fruition and happiness. I really enjoy the whole ending sequence.
Yeah, it's almost like the ending of like a symphony.
Mm.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is I'm assuming those are the pink ladies behind her, and they're all wearing dresses, which I don't think we've really seen any of them wear dresses outside of the dance. You know, they're normal, like outside of the dance, we only ever see them in their pink lady jackets. So it's a little interesting.
She's Olivia Newton-John also is like she's the lead in this dance.
Oh yeah.
Like she actually has I think more lines, and she also he physically follows her around and she pushes him back. It's like they've both completed their shadow work. He's willing to show his like softer, gentler side, and she's showing her more bold, like liberated aspect.
He's simping real hard.
He also goes. I think Jamie's about to have it on the screen, but he falls on the ground and starts gyrating.
Yeah, I think that already
passed it.
Yeah,
no, it happens.
That's when it happens right where he says it's electrifying.
Yeah, he does it twice, but here he goes down. He goes down again. What Jamie is about to have.
I mean, this is a girl boss moment for certain.
I feel like him on the ground is like he's like literally the shadow or something, or like a snake.
Oh, he's a snake faux show.
He's like brought low by it.
This car is automatic.
Yeah, look at him.
He's just completely.
He looks crazy.
he's groveling. He's
like,
loving
what's
it.
going on, big guy?
He's like, "Auga, humana."
Yeah.
Do you think the signs inside this funhouse are intentional here? Danger ahead.
Danger ahead. I was thinking about danger ahead when I watched.
No
this.
accidents. There's no accidents. Yeah. What do you think of that?
It's like you keep going down this path.
I almost feel like it's because they're like powerful now.
Maybe
it's like they're in control of their. They've tamed their, like Nick said earlier. They've done their shadow work. They've tamed their shadows. They're in control.
I would say maybe there is danger ahead, but maybe that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
like maybe they're going to embark on this journey together of love and growth, and that it's not without its perils. I think I don't, because I think there would be no danger ahead if she continued to live like Sandra Dee forever. Right. Or if John Travolta continued to go down like the route of being a scoundrel forever. Like, this is like really taking a risk for growth.
I think it's just danger for Danny, frankly, because I think the only growth, I don't think we've seen much growth at all in Danny. I think we really only see growth in Sandy, because I think she finally realizes her animus and she's the one in control. And you said it, like in this scene, she's leading. She's the one in control. And Danny, frankly, can't control himself here. Like, he's the one that's writhing on the ground, electrified by her.
He's restraining himself more. Like, he's not trying to grab her like in the car.
Well, he is trying to grab her, and she keeps
a submission almost,
dusting him off. Yeah, he's totally submissive to her. So I think it's danger for him, because I think she has total control over him, and this scene, I think, solidifies it. Like, she knows, she figured out what she wants, and she figured out how to get it, and this is her, like realizing that.
Possible they overcorrected their shadow work, maybe.
So I think that's a good segue into my big takeaway on this final scene. So where do I want to?
Can I also just say, before you get into your final take, Well, also, like, yeah, she does like push him back. I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I feel like they both sort of grown. I feel like this scene though, where it like, I don't know, like this where it like zooms in on them together is like my favorite shot in the movie.
Oh.
I feel like it's just so happy.
Yeah.
Like just the transition to close up. What were you gonna say though?
There's kind of there's a balance with personal with changing who you are, right? I think it's generally pretty like agreed upon that, you know, you're one person is kind of like a tapestry of all the people that are in their lives, and in a certain like a little bits and pieces. Like you have certain interests, or you have certain things that you are only that way because of certain people in your lives or in your life. And I think I think most people would say like, oh, that's a beautiful thing. That's, you know, a sign of living a well-connected life. But when you discard who you are and embrace something else, it almost is, like you said, it's almost too much shadow work. Like Sandy, like just completely embracing like the greaser aesthetic and throwing away her purity, if you want to interpret it that way. It's a little bit like revolting almost. It's like she's no longer who she was.
Yeah.
She's, you know, she's betraying herself to be a little bit more familiar to somebody else. Not that I think that is my main takeaway, but that was something that came to mind. It's like in this final scene, they come together and she has discarded herself for him, and he has discarded himself for her. And maybe that's personal growth. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah.
I did like though they started the number with him wearing the Letterman, which wasn't necessarily him, and her wearing the leather jacket, which wasn't necessarily her. But when they reconcile each other, they do both throw away those jackets before they start singing.
That's a good point.
Whoa.
Good point.
Whoa.
Which is almost, yeah, which is like showing them really both meeting actually in the middle.
You know, as the great Julian Casablancas once said, jackets are the eyes to the soul.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great observation. Truly astute. Did anyone else want to get a cheeseburger after watching that?
Oh
So
man.
you know what I did all week after watching this? I was just mainlining Beach Boys.
Oh,
Really?
I think I listened to probably more Beach Boys in the last week than I have
What
in the
made
last.
what kicked that off?
Just the 50s aesthetic. I don't know. Just I wanted to go grab a milkshake and take my lass out for a date and then go to Make Out Reef.
and your little deuce coupe.
Yeah.
With your Pisces brothers.
I do miss the 50s aesthetic too. The diners.
Mm-hmm.
No diners anymore.
No.
Also, the song after that song, this final song, I think my ears bled just a tiny bit.
What didn't you like?
It's a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it was just so campy, and like I was like, we just had this awesome scene between Danny and Sandy, and now we have to see him like spew gibberish.
They could have just ended it, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
This is like overkill. Because I did watch this movie like 10 years ago or something, and I thought that it ended with that last scene, but then this started.
This is the scene I also like wiped from my memory too.
Going back to the Grease Lightning scene, This is like there's other musical numbers, but this is like the point where you're like, oh yeah, this was a musical. This before it was a movie, and then there's another break in reality when they pull the Grease Lightning car out.
Yeah.
I think the other
it's like
thing
they're giving up on the realism facade.
I think it's maybe this is sort of the simulation breaking down, because a lot of I think the music is a lot of it is like scat singing, and the lyrics aren't even English. It's almost like they're going into a more ethereal, disembodied state where it's more about the sound than the actual content.
Reality's breaking down.
Evidently, I don't know. I like that everyone's happy and that everything is green, especially after watching the bleakness of Urban Cowboy. But yeah, it does feel like it's kind of more goofy. I don't know.
I also think it's just a generally like it's a happier time supposedly in their lives, like except for the idiots that flunked, like they're all graduating high school and going on to their the rest of their lives, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, what's waiting for all these people on the other side of high school, though? It's
alcohol.
Like a job at the bottling factory.
Exactly.
Oh, here we go. They're going.
Yeah, there it
going
is.
to heaven.
There it is.
Yeah, I looked up something that said like the creator of the musical said that it was all real and he didn't like this theory, but I mean, I don't give a shit. This is obvious.
I don't care. I like it.
I don't care. You don't get to say that when they go to heaven at the end.
Yeah, it definitely gives it some weight when they literally like the car starts flying and they go into the clouds. Like that's kind of hard to deny.
Also, the first beach scene of the beach scene at the beginning of the movie is too dreamlike for me to believe that it ever took place.
It's very yeah. It's so.
We're exposing our East Coast bias here. Like we're not native to cliffside beaches.
True.
Yeah, but just the sheen on the scene, like it was so like golden, and everything was like too good.
Yeah,
Like,
they're the only two on the beach.
You think they brought out
only
American
two
flags to put in the sandcastles? Like no.
Yeah.
It is very dreamlike in the beginning, and just I think even the music in the beginning is like very like floaty and orchestral. I think I think this is all a journey through purgatory.
I like that interpretation.
Kind of fitting too, because I mean this is the benign comedy. We'll be going down. Our journey will not end with us in the clouds.
I think my original take on the movie after thinking through this with you guys is pretty much the same, where I really liked Danny and Sandy, but I do wish that they'd done a little bit more with some of these other characters.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think
I was reminded of how slapstick and stupid and what's his face getting injured was. Like that was just so.
It felt like Conway was such wasted potential, and the other girls had no potential.
Yeah, because like in the beginning of the movie, he really is like a ruffian, and he never really gets to fully redeem himself of that.
Yeah, no, he does. He's like the roughest edge of the group.
Yeah, I guess he does say he's gonna make an honest woman out of Riz, but that's like kind of
meaningless because then she's like, no, false flag.
There's just something about Conway's face where I feel like he's like an important like being. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like there should be like something more significant.
He's almost like a spirit guide for Danny.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Trying to think of how to in Inferno, Dante has Virgil that guides him, and when they get to the end of Purgatory to Eden, only Dante can go in because Virgil's stuck. He's a pagan. He can't escape Purgatory. So maybe it's similar where like Conway and Riz are like bound to this realm to suffer forever, and only Danny and Sandy can ascend.
Very astute.
Any final thoughts? Maybe we'll go around and give our final review on the scale we used last time.
Oh yeah, what's the scale again?
The scale is it's like flick, movie, film, cinema, kino. Who wants to go first?
Say those again. Flick, movie,
film, cinema, kino.
Cinema, kino. Oh man.
I can give mine first. I'll let you guys think. I would say I'd probably say it overall lands at like cinema or maybe like high film for me, because I think the parts when it's good, like Grease Lightning and the ending, I feel like that's like ultra kino. But I think, like you said, some of the other characters are just not that great, and I put that at like flick or not flick, but maybe like movie or film level.
I think I'd agree with you, Nick. I think the high points of this film are pretty transcendent, pretty iconic. But yeah, there are definitely some parts
Travis
of the film that detract from that.
Yeah, I would say at the beginning of the conversation, I probably would have been more on the film side, but I would say I actually lean more cinema, because I think that the side characters were not as material to the main like themes. I think that this movie has a lot of staying power. So I don't think that it's necessarily firmly in the cinema, because it does have a lot of problems in my mind that I've kind of already talked about, but I would probably lean more cinema.
Dante.
Yeah, I'm giving it.
You can go below flick if you didn't like it.
No. I was actually gonna give it. I was gonna give it a movie rating. But I am gonna bump it up to film.
Wow.
Just based on like the cultural impact. And in a recognition and appreciation of that, I give it like a very low film rating. But if it wasn't an impactful movie to the audiences around the world.
Imagine if this had the cultural impact of Urban Cowboy. Like if we all just watched this for the first time this week.
I mean, it's so iconic. I think it's the height. I think it's arguably the height of Travolta's career, when he's like singing "Grease Lightning" and jiving around.
Oh, undoubtedly.
As just a man in his prime, jiving and shimmying.
How can you say that when there was the Wild Hogs crawfish scene?
We missed that psychological analysis image, Nick.
Oh shit! Do you have it in the Discord?
I think Dante sent it in the Discord.
Yeah, it's in there.
It was part of my piece on the final scene.
I can't share it exactly, but just refer to it and I'll put it in the video and post.
Maybe you can copy it and search it in Google.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
type in, I think if you Google like Alice's model of Bob's model of Alice, I think if you Google that, you'll find the picture.
Oh, here we are.
Yes.
Oh, that, yeah, there we go. So this image came to mind watching that final scene. Just as kind of like I guess like a synopsis of it. Like, you're never really you're interacting with your idea of somebody else. You're not really interacting with them directly. And that that is like contained inside what you think that person thinks of you. I don't know if I'm doing justice to explain this, but it just made me think of the final scene as like, do you think that what Danny liked about Sandy was it wasn't that she was like all of them. I feel like that's part of the confounding bit of her, like becoming, like embracing that like darker aesthetic, is like that's not what Danny likes about her. I don't think. I think the image of purity and the image of like something, a better world, if you will, is what is what he likes about her. But from Sandy's perspective, Danny just keeps trying to like objectify her and grope her, whatever. So her model of Danny in her head is like, oh, he would like this if I did this. And I don't know. I just thought that was I thought that was interesting. I don't necessarily think that final scene is exactly what Danny would have wanted. I mean, I know he was electrified, but I just I don't know. I don't have a real. It's a confusing idea here. But what do you guys have any thoughts on this? Probably should have shared it with all of you beforehand. I think I just sent it to Nick, but
no, yeah. I think it's a good point. I think yeah, it's like if they both change this way, will that actually make them happy? I feel like it's a very complex question. I think there's like one quote from Nietzsche that's like, or some philosopher that says like man is always becoming and never being. Like maybe just everything is always like striving to be something else, and then maybe when you get that, it's not what you wanted. Even in the song, they're still talking about like changing more. Like the lyrics are like, you better shape up. Like you're what I want. You're not what I have. We're not being. We're like still becoming. I don't know. I think it's like, I think it's a very complicated question about like what people want and how they should change, and maybe that's why it's so timeless and people like come back to the scene, because I don't know if there's a clear answer.
Yeah.
It's loaded. It is loaded.
Any final thoughts, or are we good to close out?
None for me.
All I'll say is I'm kind of dreading. I don't know what's on the docket. I'm kind of dreading the movie that we have to watch next, because I don't think it'll be nearly as enjoyable.
It's actually pretty. I actually think it's decent. We'll be watching Blowout next. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not seen Blowout.
You will be getting Detective Travolta.
Ooh.
And it's directed by the same guy that directed Scarface.
Ooh. I like
De Palma flick.
Yeah. I like the poster. The posters.
Have you seen this movie, Travis? Maybe we lost Travis. Oh well. Yeah. No, this one I think is I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it's maybe I don't know. Maybe you'd like it more than Grease, some depending on what you like. But I think it's a pretty interesting film. It definitely looks a lot of really nice visuals. We're not going to get into it. It's going to be like this, and then Pulp Fiction, which is we have a lot to say on that, and then it just goes completely off a cliff.
Pulp Fiction's a good watch. I haven't watched it in years, but I don't. Eventually, we have to watch Gotti, so I'm kind of just like
I'm
waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Well, once we watch, I think you've seen parts of Battlefield Earth before.
I think Trav, I don't know if you're with us anymore, but I was telling them about years ago when we were looking for a movie to watch, and we put this on, saw John Travolta with dreadlocks, and just immediately turned it off.
Yeah, this film is pretty damn bad.
Is this on the list? Are we watching this?
Yeah, of course we're watching. Also, yeah, we can still talk, but I'm just going to close out the show. Thank you, dear listeners. Please subscribe to our Patreon, and visit us next time.